don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world If you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. So if you feel passion as I do, let the world know our love is true. It's time for you, let yourself go. Oh, if you don't take this chance, you never know, never know. If you wanna be my dream come true, I will open my arms just for you. Lose myself when I look at you. My feelings are true, oh so true. When the sun is rising up, I'll be there for you. When you're waking up in my arms, when the sun is going down, we'll be dancing together all night long by my side. Na 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 na.
A very warm welcome, everyone, to the Kings League Arena in Milan. It is the day of the semi-finals at the Kings World Cup Nations. 2 matches, 4 teams, and only 2 spots in the final. In Turin on Monday, the 12th of January. It promised to be an amazing day of action once again. I'm Simon Harding, and joining me for commentary today is Thomas Lawrence, aka Tolo, who is rested and ready.
Hello, Super Sai. Well, I cannot believe it that we're already here at the Final Four, already at the semi-final stage. I've been saying it all along that time flies when you're having fun. El tiempo vola, and it certainly has. We've got some mouth-watering meetings today, and one of the sides you tip right from day one to go all the way. Colombia taking on Morocco. And then, of course, Brazil, who were fantastic yesterday. We'll talk about that shortly as well. Against Mexico, one of the teams I really admire. Loads to chat about, loads coming up.
Yeah, those are the results of the quarterfinals. Colombia, Morocco, Brazil, and Mexico through to the semi-finals. It means that it is Colombia against Morocco and Brazil against Mexico. That'll be the first game up a little bit later on. Here is the road to Torino 2025 at the Allianz Stadium, the home of Juventus. What a day for the semi-finals. The four best teams, I think, Thomas, in the entire tournament.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because Morocco had a slow start. They actually lost to Colombia. We'll talk about that shortly. And talking of Morocco, here they are ahead of their big match, which is on the horizon. Colombia have been so clinical. They've conceded really few goals. Brazil, many tip them to go all the way, including Leandro Bonucci of Italy, went out an early surprise exit for the Azzurri, the host nation. And Mexico, inspired by Obed Martinez, who I absolutely adore. Yo te quiero, Obed Martinez. Massive, massive fan of him. I know you're a massive fan of Kelvin Oliveira. Yeah,
Kelvin Oliveira has been one of the best players in the tournament, if not the best player. He's been absolutely sensational, and that is why it is going to be so good to have Kelvin Oliveira, see if he's going to be able to shine in the game. Let's have a look at what Brazil have been doing so far. Here is Kelvin Oliveira, who started that game against Turkey in such a fantastic fashion. It was almost decided in the opening couple of minutes as Kelvin Oliveira was simply too good for Suad Ak. You can see some of the highlights here with Kelvin, the player picked to be the next Corona de Oro, really getting the better. You can see the presidents there, and speaking of which, we will be speaking shortly to one of them, Mustajaria, who joins us in the commentary booth. But again, Brazil, too good, too powerful, Thomas, as they have been from the start.
Yeah, no, they just, Brazil blew away Turkey. There's your headline. Kelvin Oliveira getting off to an absolute storming start. And as you said, he really is laying down the goal. And not just for the Corona de Oro, but also to be the top scorer at the Kings World Cup nation. Suadaku is a great player, but just one step too far for him yesterday as Gaules celebrating away there. I'm talking of Mr. Ostigiero, and I apologise for my very poor Portuguese. What a penalty, presidential penalty, putting the match to bed there. We saw Chris score, we saw Gaules score earlier, and talking of the man, he's right beside me.
Yeah, Ostajario, a very warm welcome. Thank you for being with us on stream. It's an absolute pleasure. You know, we've talked about Brazil, the flair, the dancing, the color. You know, how confident are you in this game against Mexico?
We're very happy, nice to be here with you. We're very happy, we're very confident with this match. Mexico has a really good team, really physical team. They had a Kings League Americas.
Yeah.
So they know how to play in this game, but we are confident. We have a really good team. We have Kelvin Oliveira in a great performance here.
Yeah, we just saw.
Yeah.
An amazing player. Oh, by the way, I'm loving this tracksuit top, Vasco da Gama.
Vasco da Gama, Brazil is my team.
Romario, the great Romario. We love Brazilian players, and we love Kelvin Oliveira. We have to talk a little about him, don't we, Si, about Kelvin Oliveira. What do you think his main strengths are? Does he have any weaknesses? It doesn't look like it. What a player.
What a player, né? Kelvin is really good. He has a very powerful shot. He has a physical player and a technical player. So,
here he is, yeah.
Yeah, he's the goal in the X1. He tries every play, and he has a physical game. And we have confidence in his plays in the beginning of the game, and the 7-with-7. So he's a star.
When we look at this Brazilian team, you know, talk to us a little bit about the passion you have back home. Gaules was here yesterday.
Yeah.
Gaules was saying that people in Brazil are so committed to the tournament. Everyone's watching, so there's huge support for the team and for Kings League. Yes,
Brazil loves football, né? Or soccer.
Oh no,
so
when we say football, we're British.
Yeah.
So football always, yeah. You're saying,
people love the player. People loves to be cheering for a soccer team.
Yeah.
So Brazil has 5 World Cups and 24 years we didn't won the tournament. So here in Kings League, people want to be champion.
Yeah.
So it's our mission here to bring the trophy home.
and you're almost there, one step away from the final, this inaugural, the first ever Kings World Cup Nations. And from the presidential penalties, you guys have been brilliant.
Yeah.
Chris Guedes,
Yeah.
Gaules, and of course yourself yesterday. An incredible penalty. Are you nervous about this? You weren't nervous at all when you took it.
A little bit nervous, yeah. We are 100% in penalty shoots. We practice a lot in this week, so I'm happy to
take it,
yeah.
To help out the team as well, and you certainly were helping out the team. I have to talk a little bit about Mexico, obviously, because there's a little bit of rivalry as well. In the Clubs World Cup, Mexico won against Brazil, against Gaules' team, if I'm not mistaken. So there is a little bit of history and rivalry there, yes?
We played 2 times against the Mexico team, 2 victories, but they are very good teams. So the Mexico. I forgot the word.
Extra time.
No. The selection.
Yes, the team. The
lineup.
lineup.
They are very good and have a very good player, Obed Martinez.
Yeah, we just saw
one
him
of the
celebrate,
scorers in the tournament. So it will be a difficult game, but we are confident to win this match and go to the finals.
We saw a difference in styles. When we talk Brazil, it's flair, samba, Kelvin, you know, the skill. Mexico, very good defense, very structured, pragmatic. So how do you see this opposition of styles?
I think we will have the ball in the control of the ball in game. And Mexico plays very good defense, but they are really I forgot the word.
And you can say in Portuguese. He speaks a bit of Portuguese.
Say it in Portuguese. It's good.
Yeah.
Eles são muito precisos na hora de contra-atacar. Eles são
very precise on the counter
very precise on counter-attack. So it will be difficult.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we know you're very busy. I think Tommy has one final question, and then we'll let you go.
Just looking ahead, it's not just here where you're involved. Also in Brazil, you're going to be involved in the Kings League in Brazil. Is that right?
Yeah.
There's more to come.
That's still to come. But first and foremost, in the final, who do you prefer, Morocco or Colombia?
I prefer Morocco.
Why?
Because of the people in the stadium,
the fans,
the fans. It will be a great final.
Fantastic.
Perfect. And Morocco, who are going to be playing now against Colombia in their first semi-final. And I have to ask, because we saw it yesterday, who's going to pay for the drone?
It's not me.
It's not you?
Gaules or Chris.
Okay.
You can see it here. There's a lot of damage, so yeah, maybe Gaules. Maybe Gaules. All together, those two, because you are the Ostejado, which is the apprentice.
The intern.
The intern. So you don't have much money, right? Because you're the intern, so the president has to pay.
There we are. There you are. We can see you guys there yesterday. Straight away, no, the drone, which was
who's gonna pay
destroyed.
this?
Exactly, who's gonna pay? Ostejado, thank you so much for
I don't know how you
by.
say good luck in Portuguese.
Boa sorte.
Boa sorte. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank
An
you so
absolute
much.
pleasure.
Super.
And we'll see you very, very soon. Thank you.
Very much, Ostejado. Fantastic.
Well, there you go.
What a
We've
man.
just heard from one of the 3 Brazilian presidents who was perfect with his penalty kick yesterday. And we will now move on to the highlights of the other game, as Mexico made it to the semi-final, but Kun Agüero stole the show.
Yeah, listen, we've seen James Rodriguez in action the other day. Kun Agüero, who, listen, we're talking about one of the greatest exports in England for the Premier League. That goal he scored against QPR and that iconic commentary. Yes, he had a goal disallowed, if I'm not mistaken. You were commentating alongside Patrick yesterday. But what a player, what a talent. Despite the fact that he's not been playing for many years on the professional scene, but he's still got it. He has still got it.
Yeah, 100%. I think the fear factor that he brought, as we take a look at the highlights of the game, Obed Martinez, who's your main man, Thomas. We'll be talking about Obed Martinez a little bit later on. He was denied by the woodwork. Mexico and Argentina, two very well-regimented teams, two teams that we're trying to find a way through. Obed Martinez did eventually get that first goal for Mexico as Mexico took the lead. Very tidy finish past Luis Sanchez at the beginning. We could see the Mexican presidents and streamers absolutely loving life. Obed Martinez, who along with Nadia Lua and Kelvin Oliveira is having a sublime tournament. This an opportunity for Argentina, who simply didn't take their chances. Facu Romero there with the ball through, and then the strike by Pablo Gomez, which made its way through there. And
yeah, and talking to Pablo Gomez, at the end of the match, this was, you know, a very emotional moment alongside Mexico's David Junco. They're former teammates, but they're opponents at this World Cup. Only one could win, but their friendship, of course, remaining strong. And as we've spoken about time and time again, Simon, obviously there's a competitive side, there's an entertainment side, there's a funny side, but there's also this wonderful sportsmanship, wonderful camaraderie between the teams and the players.
yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the things that makes Kings League so good, is that everyone is competitive. You can see what the tournament and the competition means to the players, but there's always that mark of respect and sportsmanship. Today's match day, coming back to the action, because it's all about the action, isn't it, Thomas?
It's all about
the
football.
Kick-starting with Morocco against Colombia. That'll be in not too long, actually, less than 15 minutes, and then it'll be Mexico against Brazil. Are Mexico going to be able to withstand the yellow wave of Brazil?
Well, that is one of the big questions. Mexico, inspired by the man we saw from Obed Martinez. Brazil, inspired by the superlative, the sublime Kelvin Oliveira. But let's go back to the man that I have been raving about, the man I said, yo te quiero, Obed Martinez, one of the top scorers behind Kelvin Oliveira. And the latest, obviously, in Kings League America's final, scoring 2 goals, a brace for Persas FC, doppietta, as they say in Italian. I wouldn't know how you'd say it in Spanish. I'm sure you'll help me out with that one. At the other end, super side, Antonio Monterde, the number 1, the keeper. Despite being a keeper, he's already the second highest man when it comes to assists. 3 in 4 and counting. He's also put his name on the score sheet, which shouldn't come as a surprise. We saw Eduardo Pollo Cortes of America, for example, Sanchez of Argentina, Fukaya on that day 1, that wonderful commentary, by the way, from Super Simon Hano against Italy. So it shouldn't come as a surprise when we see the keepers playing their part and having a big impact.
Yes, but one of the biggest parts that he is going to have to play is trying to keep this man quiet. Kelvin Oliveira, the top scorer here at the Kings World Cup Nations, the only player to reach double digits here. He's scored in every Kings match he has ever played.
Wow. And
has 28 goals in 11 matches. That's absolutely astounding. The Brazilian, the talisman of the Seleção.
Yeah, talisman is the right word indeed, and I cannot wait to see that duel. But now let's focus on Morocco against Colombia. Morocco, I think we mentioned at the top of the show, didn't we, actually lost their first match to Colombia. Real slow start, really underwhelming. But then again, that's as we see the fans as well who got behind Morocco. But that's quite also unfair to Colombia, who were so clinical, so tight at the back. So it was also merit of Colombia, because it wasn't just Morocco having a bit of an off day. Colombia were fantastic as well, and they really laid down their credentials against one of the favourites, Morocco, who have the likes of Nadir, Fouad, Mehdi Amri. We can rattle them off and off and off. So a real slow start for Morocco, storming start for Colombia, then won their second game against Turkey to march through to the final 8 when they absolutely thrashed Uzbekistan. As we can see here, their presidential penalty, and then we saw, as we can see right here, the fact that they lost this first match, but Colombia marching on all the way. As for Morocco, they took a bit of time, but they got through to the final 8, and they beat USA. Nadir, of course, who else but him. At one stage, though, the Stars and Stripes side appeared to be well out well on the way to the victory. They were storming. Look at this from Eduardo Poyacor, as we mentioned about the keepers scoring goals. And Patrick and I were saying how Morocco could be going out, USA one of the surprise packages, going through to the semi-finals. But as we always say, expect the unexpected. Nadir, Fouad, Amri, the number 2 fighting back, the celebration, the passion from the Moroccans, and Nadir got the goal which took it to a penalty shootout, and it sent the Moroccan supporters into rapturous joy.
And I think one of the big things as well, one of the features for Morocco is they've been buoyed everywhere they've gone by those fans. You can see them behind the goal there trying to put off Castro, who did slot away his penalty. The Moroccan fans who have been absolutely everywhere, Thomas. They've taken over Milan, they've taken over Kings League, they've been putting on the show. This is the Kings League Hotel. You can see the images there of the fans and the reception they had for the Moroccan players. You know how passionate it is for the Atlas Lions, and it's not only here in Milan, it's also back home in Morocco. These astounding pictures here outside the home of Moroccan President Ilyas, with thousands of people joining him in the celebrations in Morocco's wins in the last couple of games at Kings League. So you can see the passion, the fervour that there is for the Atlas Lions. And here are the main men.
Yeah, talking of Morocco, that looks like, again, I've always got to be careful with my contacts, Fouad and there, Nadir. Yeah, the Corona de Oro arriving earlier for their big meeting, a huge match. I really cannot wait. I know you're leaning towards Colombia, obviously one of you, and I'm going to say Morocco, just to, you know, mix it up, you and I, and there he is. I mean, what a big moment for him if he wants to, you know, lay down the gauntlet and be the team's top man, the tournament's top man. He has to rise to the occasion, as he did, though, against USA with that goal, that last gasp goal, which took it to a shootout, the first one of the tournament that we saw, and obviously yesterday between Mexico and Argentina.
And obviously when we talk about support, it has been your tremendous support as well that has made this competition so great. The peak of the competition so far, more than 2 million devices tuning in for the penalty shootout between Morocco and the USA. That's actually overtaking the peak we reached during the Kings World Cup clubs in Ciudad de Mexico, and we want to beat that today, as we just saw Fouad, one of the main players there, in the key players in this match. Fouad, who alongside Nadir has been absolutely sensational, hasn't he, Thomas?
Yeah, just barring this first game with Colombia, they've been firing on all cylinders every
But he was good in that game as well.
Fouad was, yeah, Fouad was. I think it was more Nadir. And he has to get past this man today, Camilo Mena, who's also put his name on the score sheet. He's kept the goals out. That's what we've been talking about. We talk about the clinical, the cutting edge of the Cafeteros, but it's out the other end. They've been almost watertight. They afford very few chances. This man, look at that concentration, the focus, going back to what we're saying. It's a competition. They want to win it. When they get their hands on this coveted trophy, the inaugural, the first ever Kings World Cup Nations. So it's going to be a fascinating duel between the likes of Nadir and Camilo, and not only, but what a match we have, and we're approaching it, Simon. We're getting there, and there's Ortega, where's the Maro, number 11, who scored that golden goal against Turkey. And there you go, Alejandro Ortega, top scorer for the Colombian national team. 4 goals, not as many as the Moroccans, but this is what you were talking about earlier when we were off air. The fact they spread the goals around, they play, I don't want to say more as a team, but perhaps maybe less reliant on individuals. I think that's a fair way of putting it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, Alejandro Ortega with 4 goals, it's a long way behind the likes of Obed Martinez, Kelvin Oliveira, Nadir Lua. But it does indicate that Colombia are potent, because Colombia have scored plenty of goals. They scored 4 against Morocco, if I'm not mistaken, on day 1. They put 6 past Uzbekistan. So this Colombian side has got so much power in the ranks. But of course, Nadir Lua, the Corona de Oro, I think he had a bit of an off game when they first met against Colombia. He missed his penalty in that match, but he has been going from strength to strength. He's also one of the top 2 goal scorers in the World Cup nations, behind Kelvin Oliveira. And there's a little bit of a battle, isn't there, between all 3 players, Obed Martinez, Nadir Lua and Kelvin Oliveira.
And we'll see, Sai, which one of those will be playing in the final in Turin, Juventus Stadium, the Allianz Stadium. But that's not all. There's plenty other surprises that day. Wow, some household names indeed. Pirlo, Buffon, Aguero, Casillas. The list is endless, so an extra reason to get your ticket at kingsleague.pro if you haven't done so. Simon's going to be there, Patrick's going to be there. I'll be tuning in, I'll be watching you guys. But the best thing would actually be there present in Turin. We also have Mahmoud performing, who has got millions of monthly listeners, I think over 3 million. Plus, he was a winner of Sanremo, which is a big, big thing here in Italy. So, yeah, another extra reason to get to Turin.
Yeah, and let's take a look at a little bit of a more detailed schedule of what's going to be going on at the Allianz Stadium, because the doors will open just after 3 p.m. local time. Opening of the doors, the broadcast, the whole program brought to you, of course, by Patrick, Kendrick and myself, will be at 5:30. And then the opening show by Mahmoud at 6. The action starts at 6:15. You must be there. That's when we will all be tuning in. Legends and streamers will be the halftime show in the final. So we'll have the first half of the final, then the Legends match, then the second half, and the trophy ceremony with one of the 4 teams remaining will be at just after 7:30 p.m. Wow, Thomas Lawrence, what a schedule.
What a day, what a day. I just cannot wait for that halftime show as well. Those players. We're playing alongside some of the streamers as well, so it's not just the legends. It's just an extra reason to be there. Do you know, each time, each competition, each Kings League event just gets bigger, 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 better and better. Colombia want to be there, Morocco want to be there, but unfortunately for them, only one can get to the final site.
No, it's going to be a really key moment in the match, and a reminder that you can still get your tickets for that final. We are expecting over 40,000 fans, and I can tell you what, if Morocco win this game, there are going to be no more tickets. So if you haven't got your tickets, make sure you go get your tickets, because there's loads on offer to see at the Allianz Stadium, the home of Juventus Football Club. It's a beautiful modern football ground in Turin. And without further ado, I think it is now time to dive into the action here at the Kings League Arena in Milan, because it is the semi-finals. Although we can see here the Juventus Stadium, that's what I was telling you about, in a city that you love, Thomas Lawrence.
Massive fan of Turin, a beautiful, beautiful city and a beautiful, a fitting stadium. It's state-of-the-art. You get a great view wherever you sit as well. You're close to the action, close to the pitch, and just look at that bird's eye view. It is majestic. It's one of the best stadiums, not just in Italy, Si, but across Europe, and it's an extra reason to get your tickets.
The Kings World
Morocco,
Cup.
the first representative of the African continent at Kings. Its always echo a song about victory yet to come. The victory that will crown them. The victory of the Kings. Colombia. When the tricolor plays, everything else stops. The greatest enemy becomes an ally, and any past grudges vanish. The challenge is monumental. Victory or victory.
It is time for the first semi-final of the Kings World Cup Nations. 2 spots remain, and there are 4 contenders. The first is Morocco against Colombia at the Kings League Arena in Milan.
وانا الدراري بلاش ما نقول لكم الامبورطات لي الماتش اليوم مهم بزاف باش نهار الأحد نلعبوا ان شاء الله في تورين وندخلوا بكوراج ويكون خير ان شاء الله.
Chicos, solo recuerde que somos Colombia y si hace 10 días no los conocía a cada uno de ustedes, hoy me siento orgulloso. Con ustedes voy hasta el final. Decidí traer a los 13 mejores. Podía elegir a cualquiera, pero elegí a cada uno de ustedes 13. Orgulloso, y hoy damos un golpe de autoridad por Colombia y por su familia. ¡Vamos, Colombia!
The messages from Nadia Lua and El Pibe, the Colombia coach, and now it is time for the national anthems ahead of the semi-final. It's time to get going. It's time to step up. If you're a Moroccan or a Colombian, you have the chance to bring your country into the final of the inaugural Kings World Cup Nations. These two sides have dazzled. These two sides have been special. But now there has to be one winner and one loser.
And according to the Twitch population side, they're very much behind you. They agree with you. They're saying Colombia. You've been saying it all the way through. They're your team to go all the way to the final. I'm going to stick with those 8% and say Morocco, for me, they are the slight favourites. I'm going to go against the grain, against what people are saying via Twitch, as the Spotify secret card is drawn. Either way, it's going to be a great game. That's one thing we can agree upon, isn't it, Si?
And we can see already the different cards that have been drawn. Morocco, 50% of their card draws have been the star player. Colombia have been a little bit more all over the place with the Joker, the player suspension, which to me is the best card out there because it's so thrilling. You get a double whammy of taking off a player of your choice and also playing with a man advantage for 4 minutes. The main thing is that Morocco, who were beaten by Colombia on the opening day, need to improve massively if they want to beat Latrice.
Yeah, they want revenge, of course. They wouldn't have forgotten that. It was a 4-1 loss. It was a nightmare start for Morocco and that man there, Nadir in particular, missed a penalty. Fouad, we were talking about this off air, perhaps the only one really who showered himself in a bit of glory for Morocco. They were very underwhelming after all those big expectations. They let down their supporters who packed out Bismara, who were outside the ground as well. So revenge is on their mind, but Colombia, having done it once, they'll believe they've got that psychological edge side that they can do it again as the countdown begins.
As the countdown begins, La Tricolore will also have to deal with the fervour and passion of the Moroccan fans who are going to start behind Camilo's goal. 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights out, and the first semi-final of the Kings World Cup Nations is underway, and it's Nadir Lua for Morocco, and it is Colombia's number 6 on the other side who gets going. Colombia, who will start.
He might have an early shot as well, Si, just trying to tee himself up there, although Nadir is defending well in this one-on-one situation.
Brian Gutierrez with the ball for Colombia to silence the Moroccans. No, Nadir Lua with a good tackle there. And that's a first morale-boosting exchange in favour of the Atlas Lions.
Yeah, and you have to get that spot on as Nadir goes here, Si.
Yeah, Nadir Lua with the ball. Nadir Lua looking for a shooting chance. Trying to work the space, and it's well defended by Brian Gutierrez.
Yeah, both ends of the pitch, both players really standing their ground. It's important in this first, but also not to give away a foul, because if you do that, it's a shootout for the opposition side. A little glimpse of the two respective presence. Now it is 3v3, 2 outfield players, and now the keepers can come out as well, and this adds an extra dimension. Fouad's out there alongside Nadir. Who else? The dream team for Morocco.
Angelot Caro, who has come onto the pitch. Now, we've seen this as a tactic time and time again. The goalkeeper coming to bring the numerical advantage. Fouad, pass one, strikes, brilliant save already. That's why he's been MVP in 2 of Colombia's 3 matches.
Again, Camilo with the cat-like reflexes. Not a surprise to see him flying there as Morocco think about taking it quickly.
Camilo Mena is going to have work on his hands with these two here. Nadir Lua in possession of the ball once again. Fouad waits. Nadir now can strike, and it's come off the crossbar. That didn't cross the line, but it's still alive for Morocco.
Yeah, danger not oversight now. It's Fouad.
Fouad still. Fouad stopped. Is that a penalty? It doesn't matter because it's a goal.
Advantage to Morocco side. Advantage to Morocco. They draw first blood. It's those two again. The deadly duo combining to devastating effect. The referee just played the advantage, I believe, and Morocco playing on. What a start to this first semi-final.
Nadir Lua gets the goal, gets himself in a dangerous position. It just comes off Camilo Mena. And now it's going to be Colombia who need to find a response. And that strike is put wide by Angelot Caro.
And much to the delight of Elias, the Moroccan president, one of 1.3 million devices now, which is incredible. All connected, all tuned in. And they've witnessed a storming start here. Colombia on the back foot.
Iraqi, who is the central defender for Morocco, has joined Nadir Lua and Fouad out there on the pitch. Now it's Haddadi, but he's lost the ball. And it's not kept in by the Colombians. Hadraf there, very dangerously.
Yeah.
Losing possession of the ball. He's appealing for calm from his teammates. It's a bit rich.
It is. And again, this is risky. Oh, crikey, that was close again. Really, because running a few risks their side, the Moroccans. Got to be really careful when you're playing it out from the back.
Colombia have been the most impressive as well, Tommy, when they've been at the full complement of 7v7.
That's true.
As a team.
Whereas some sides, very much like Mexico, for example, they exploit that early space that is available, 7v7. Perhaps they struggle, whereas someone like Colombia, as you said, so good, and we're seeing it now.
Angelo Caro, a little bit of a heavy touch. Colombia still holding on to the ball. Again, it's a risky pass, and Camilo Mena does enough there to stop Morocco from getting the ball.
Yeah, great goalkeeping. Great goalkeeping as the Moroccans singing away, piping up. That's not a surprise to us. We've seen it across this inaugural Kings World Cup nations. What passion, what support, and so far so good for them, but there's a long, long way to go.
And Luis Moreno is on for Colombia on the far side. Lobon, who's been an absolute rock at the back for Colombia, also on. That was handball, and it will be a free kick.
Yeah, blatant there. Have no complaints there. Finale, the Moroccan number 59. Keep an eye on Denilson as well, who's just for Colombia, putting himself into the box and trying to use his aerial prowess, but disappointing delivery. You've got to get it beyond that first match. One of the first things they teach you when you start playing counter, start playing football.
Camilo Mena. Colombia at the moment struggling to find a way through the gaps here as Fouad heads it straight out of play. It'll be a Colombian ball, and a substitution made already for the Colombians.
Can Morocco just weather this storm?
That's a good header, and it's met by a very good save by the Moroccan goalkeeper, Ben Salam.
Yeah, great save, great header as well. Good football around, really good stuff. As Fouad, who set up that goal, gets on the ball. Nadir, his 9th of the tournament site.
Straight out of play from Ben Salam, and Colombia just starting to build a little bit of head of steam here.
Yeah, a slow start, disappointing start by their very high standards, but they've seen all the balls since then, and they're just patiently trying to find them. There's plenty of time, so there's no need to force the issue, panic. And as you said, 7v7 side, they've been so impressive. I think that will give them the lift now, and that will worry Morocco now that it's 7v7.
Here's that immediate gap exploited for the speed, and the equaliser is a thing of absolute beauty, and it's Julio Pereira.
It is bonito, it is gorgeous, it is delicioso, it is fantastic from the Colombians. What a team goal sight, poetry in motion, what a way to get back in the match, what a way to give your team a lift.
And I don't know if you saw it, but Alejandro Ortega's just come on and he's told the Moroccan fans to make even more noise. But what a ball that was. Beautiful pass, one of the assists of the competition from Angelo Caro. And this is where Morocco now need to be strong, because the Colombian furore might take over. Iraqi now with the ball through. Lobon, no foul, says the referee. Didn't look like a foul.
I'm surprised, but we're playing on now. Ortega just trying to dance his way through, but he's caught in possession.
Yeah, good defending. And a really, really frustrated reaction from the Colombian captain there. Lobon, just been dispossessed. Makes up, but it will be a corner.
Yeah, Morocco just trying to, as you said, what an assist by Angelo, the number 10, wearing the number 10 jersey, often given to the most technically gifted player, and that was great technique, but let's see what happens here, Si.
Corner here for Morocco. Moroccan fans making noise in the background. In fact, there's so much noise. We're only a metre away from each other, Thomas, and we can barely hear each other. That's to give you viewers at home an idea of the atmosphere here.
It is deafening, so I have to turn you right up, turn it all the way up to 11 to get the dulcet tones of Simon Hunt. Here he is, Mr. number 10, Mr. Angelo, but he's given it away. That's a rare mistake by his very high standards. A little bit scrappy here from both sides.
Here's the goal scorer. Might have been a late challenge there. Foul given against Morocco's number 14, Mbach Boussoufa.
Yeah, who did have he returned last time out for Morocco's quarter-final. He was suspended before then. So it's great to have him back and their captain available again.
Yeah, he's a guaranteed starter when he is available, of course.
Absolutely.
A reminder that you can follow all our matches live at Kings League MENA on Twitch and YouTube. Here's a chance for Hadraf rather, my apologies. Wild effort from the Moroccan number 7, who's going to go and just get a little bit of rest. But what we can say immediately is this game is much more even than the first one was.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That day, Colombia, every time they came forward, they just gave you that impression, so that they were always going to score, very much as they're doing now, as they try and get one again. That was an awkward ball for the Moroccans. That day, Moroccan, we saw plenty of individual brilliance, but they didn't really play much as a team that day. Maybe the expectations were too much, but they certainly hit back and bounced back. They're in the semi-finals, and they want revenge. That wasn't great.
That was risky by Iraqi, and it's a risk that didn't pay off for the Moroccan defender. Colombia really trying to keep the tempo high. It's something that's been impressive from Colombia since the start of the tournament. It's been their ability to really inject pace into the game.
Yeah, real hallmark of theirs, absolute trademark of this Cafeteros side, this Colombian side, whereas Morocco, of course, plenty of energy as well, plenty of skill, plenty of technique. Of course, when you've got the likes of Nadir, Fouad in your side, you know you've always got a chance. Just ask USA, who are on the brink of going through, and then Nadir, that last gasp goal, took that match to penalties, and Morocco marching on. Here they go.
Boussoufa on the ball, Lobon too strong for him, and the free kick given. Boussoufa not happy there with the referee. Has to be careful, he's already been suspended before in the tournament for disciplinary reasons. Camilo Mena to Lobon, the absolute man mountain. That's great play, trying to get through the legs. Referee doesn't see anything wrong with that, it's play on.
Now can Morocco
Saud clattered by Ortega.
They're flying in the challenges, they really are.
Oh, Ortega, they're just doing the cry sign to Saud.
I'll crank it up a few notches, the tension level here.
But look at his teammates, Thomas. Everyone telling him, just calm down. He's got a short fuse, Alejandro Ortega. Saud, a little bit heavy to touch.
Yeah,
now Lobon,
Camilo
Menas available.
So if you need a motivational playlist for the new year, go check the Kings World Cup Nations playlist made by your favourite players and streamers. So another and huge shout out to Spotify.
Saud to Fouad. Iraqi back to Ben Selam.
Now here's the captain.
Flip forwards towards Saud. It's good defending by Palacios.
Yeah, two rocks at the backside, two towering figures. This is risky though, but they appear to have got out of trouble, playing their way out of trouble. I like that, I admire that from Colombia.
The noise inside the Kings League arena is deafening. The Moroccan supporters have got these whistles to boo the Colombians, but the Colombians can silence them if they get a goal. Here's Alejandro Ortega, away from one, Ortega across, Ben Selam with the save.
Now chance on the break.
Boussoufa, that's a lovely ball. And Mina with an unbelievable stop.
Miraculous, Si, miraculous. How has he kept that out? How have Morocco not scored?
That was sensational. Morocco did everything right. The return ball there, I wasn't expecting it. And then it's Iraqi with the strike. This is the earliest
He's hurt
save.
himself, Si, as well. He's hurt himself in the process.
And just to let you know, we said this is Thomas Lawrence's last day commentating Kings League football at the Kings World Cup Nations. We want to beat 2 million viewers. We're already over 2 million viewers for this game. Let's see if we can push it to 2.5. That's the number that Thomas Lawrence has asked for. And thank you, of course, for your amazing support. But concern here, Tommy, for Mina.
There is concern. He's put his body on the line. It's not the first time either side. He did it against Uzbekistan as well. And despite that, and despite actually coming off in that game with a slight knock and injury, he still took home the MVP prize. Should he keep this up, he's going to get another one to add to the collection. What a save. But great football around. End-to-end stuff. Ortega, then Morocco, springing forward. It was muy veloce, muy veloce. And Camilo, though, to the rescue. The cat-like reflexes again.
It's Colombia once again in the ball with Angelot Caro, who had that pass earlier on. Caro, brilliant ball through Lobon. Here's Moreno, clipped in, a little bit too far ahead there. Morocco regained possession of the ball. Iraqi.
Now, 13 minutes have just flown by, Si. It's unbelievable. We are racing towards that 18-minute mark, the roll of the dice, which I think Morocco would love, like a one-on-one or 2v2. Colombia, perhaps 4 or 5. What they prefer, as you said, playing with almost a full complement.
Do you know what? I'm almost happy when Morocco have the ball because the whistling stops and I can actually hear you, my dear friend Thomas Lawrence.
What did you say? What did you say? No, absolutely. It is at times deafening, but what an atmosphere. It is wonderful to see, and it's not just here. Also in Morocco, they're getting behind their national side as well, which is fabulous to see as well.
That's a good tackle. A little bit of space to run into. Find the pass as well. Has to track back. Good play this. Quick feet, the strike into the arms of Ben Selam, who just asked everyone to calm things down quickly. This is going to be key as well for Morocco, managing the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the thing, perhaps, I don't want to say it's one of their weaknesses, far from it, whereas we said other teams such as Colombia, Brazil, really good in sort of dominate, taking the initiative. Morocco at times a bit more, as you saw it, on the break, but at times they have to try and take control and protect their advantage or protect certain situations.
That's one back, nicely done. It's a real dogfight out there to see who can get the ball back. Nadir back on the ball. Not enough contact there for me for a foul. Referee saw it the same way. Nadir has to be careful to play onto the whistle.
Yeah, absolutely. Referee was well placed. Again, it's talking about things they teach you in football very early. You play to the whistle, play to the whistle. Just keep playing on. There's always going to stop.
Through ball. Lobon comes across. Lobon, too strong, far too strong.
Yeah, mismatch there. Although we saw a little glimpse of Mehdi Amri, his technical ability, and they're full of technical players. But so are Colombia as well. In fact, Colombia just a complete side. I think that's another great way to describe them. They've got that technique, but they've got that physicality, got that pace. And again, one of the reasons why you've always been quite outspoken when it's come to Colombia going all the way to the final, as they try and go ahead and turn this game around as we go towards that 80-minute mark and the Red Bull roll of the dice, which will shake things up, that's for sure. Certainly roll things up, why not?
Yeah, the first half has absolutely flown by. Lobon. Ball stayed in initially before going over the line. Morocco back in possession. Iraqi, who is so often the first player to get those attacking moves going for Morocco in that deep line quarterback role almost.
I like it, yeah, absolutely. And of course, they got the better of the Americans and their quarterbacks and their wide receivers and so on.
Mehdi Amri caught in possession. Angelot Caro now. Caro trying to go forwards, holds onto the ball. Colombia recycle and move it to the other side. Now it's Moreno. Alejandro Ortega. It's not Ortega, my apologies. Axur Quintero. Moreno. Quintero once again. Angelot Caro, he was looking for that through ball to Lobon. This is where Morocco have to be able to explode quicker. Nadir Lua.
It's got to be a foul, surely.
That might be a yellow card as well.
That would look really rash for me. It's borderline, certainly an orange, let's put it that way. If it's not yellow.
A ver, yo me encargo de eso. Tú juega, yo me encargo de eso. Para al suelo, Moreno, fuera.
Well, it's a dangerous free kick at any rate for Morocco. Iraqi standing over the ball.
Now we're into that final minute, those final 30 seconds or so. My advice is always here, get that shot away, because when the buzzer goes on the 80-minute mark, it is stopped. There's no added time here. There will be added time at the end of the 20 minutes, but not here. So they've got to be quick, got to get the shot away.
Fuad, shot blocked with a ferocious tackle. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a new all-time record for Kings League. We are over 2,270,000 viewers at the moment. Thank you for your continued support, and once again we are aiming for that 2.5. I hope that my colleagues in Spanish, in Arabic, in Italian, in Portuguese, in French are all saying the same thing out there to our viewers. We want to break that 2.5 million viewer barrier here today. Astrid has said, our producer Astrid has said, that she will buy us some spritz if we manage, and that's what we want. This, on the other hand, is Islam Abdujabarov, the Uzbekistan president, who rolls a 3 in the Red Bull Energized dice.
Yeah, so that's the outcome in this energy break, energized by Red Bull. So it's a 3v3, so that includes the keeper. So it's sort of 2 outfield players and the keepers. So I think that will suit Morocco more. They'll be happy of the two side in that situation. And as you said, some incredible numbers there. We're ahead of the first Kings League final in Spain, and when Ronaldinho played for Porcinos. That's incredible. Well done, everybody.
Curious choices, an attacking player and a defensive player in both sides, plus the goalkeeper. It's Lobon, and the goal scorer for Colombia, number 7 here, Julio Perea, who is out, reaches the ball first, and is absolutely clattered by Iraqi. Perea gets up. He's not moving particularly well. Lobon is off, and there's going to be another attacking player on for
Keeper's
Colombia.
Well,
in fact, 2. Here we go, complete change here from Colombia. Whoever navigates these 2 minutes better often has a big chance come the end of the game. Caro. Angelo Caro. Tight angle, and the decision is a Colombian corner.
Nice, but no, I really like the bravery, the courage of Colombia to play with 3 outfield players taking their keeper off as they try and get that goal through Angelot and company.
Nadia Lua defensively is wanting at times as Del Capitan bends it home, and Colombia take the lead for the first time in the match.
El Capitan with a cracker there. He's made one, now he's scored one, and he has helped Colombia turn the game on its head.
What a strike that by Angelo Caro. He made it look so easy, and now here we go. Fouad, Nadir. It's Nadir. Morocco will be looking for an immediate equaliser. Fouad stays on side. Nadir. Look at Julio Pereira and his work rate here. Brilliant save, Camilo Mena.
Brilliant save, doesn't do it justice. Camilo once again. What a save, but he may be called into action once more, Si. Morocco having another go here.
Certainly will be called into action once again. Boussoufa.
How unlucky was that from the skipper? And Camilo now off. This is a real brave and bold move from Colombia. It paid off earlier, and you've got to admire it. Fortune favours the bold.
I love that, I love that. Thomas Lawrence with the lovely vocabulary, and we've reached half-time. There is no added time in the first half, which indicates just how high the pace and the passion has been in the opening 20 minutes of the game.
Absolutely, Si. Absolutely, really breathless, non-stop, and now we'll try and listen into the coaches at half-time and see what they're saying.
Yeah, half-time score just before we go to the corner. Morocco on, Colombia.
واحد يخرج باش يدير لا كونفيرتير الدراري. دابا غناخذوا الكارت ديالنا الاولى باش نقربوا لهم باش ما يبعدوش علينا. يلا نبردوا الدراري كان ان شاء الله باقي اللعب راه باقي لو جو.
علاش باش كنلعبوا السيس بقى واحد مع واحد ماشي يبقى واحد ليبر هنا كل واحد يبقى مع واحد
حضرف
لا ماشي على هذه
ما نمشيش معاه بريز ما نمشيش معاه ما نمشيش عنده حنا نرجعوا للبلوك ديالنا ما نمشيش حتى راه تاع في كنقول 6 ما نمشيش
عنده كنهضروا 6 على 6 كل واحد يبقى معاه
pero metidos todos cabrones vamos a matar pues tranquilo
paciencia para sacar sin afán
¿qué tienen ellos?
Frenar, presidente.
¿Qué pidieron?
Thomas Lawrence, what a breathless first half of Kings League football we've seen. It is advantage Colombia after the first 20, but is there a way through for Morocco, whom you tipped to reach the final?
Well, mentioned about the breathless nature of the first half, and the action's going to get off the second half to a stunner, because Morocco have called their presidential. They don't have their president inside the venue, so they delegate it out to the pitch, and it's Fouad, who so far has been almost flawless when it comes to the shootouts.
And he's up against one of the players of the tournament, and certainly the player of the match so far, Camilo Mena, along with his captain, Angelo Caro, who have been absolutely brilliant. So Morocco looking to draw level and not allow Colombia to pull away right off the off in the second half. Fouad goes, Camilo Mena comes out, Fouad, and he's put it wide!
Speechless, sight. I am speechless. Singing his praises, Fouad, normally just flawless from the shootout. But Camilo full-marked him as well, came rushing off, made it difficult, closed down that angle, clearly did enough to put him off. And Colombia remain with that advantage, only a 1-goal advantage. But now, the drop of the ball, can Morocco get it back right away and build again? We'll find out shortly. The McDonald's branded cage, all eyes on it.
The start of the second half, the countdown is on. Morocco have got to try and get a second goal in the 20 minutes remaining. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a new peak in the audience at over 2.4 million viewers. The shot comes in, it's cleared by Moreno, I've told you once, I'll tell you again, Thomas Lawrence, he's not leaving until we reach 2.5. 2.5 is the goal. I said it to the production team ahead of the game. They said, no, it's impossible. You're dreaming, Simon. You don't know anything about Kings League. Who's laughing now?
Exactly. He who laughs the loudest, and Simon is laughing away. He's being proved right. He is a dream. He's got ambition, as we just see the tension here. Try and listen to what's being said.
Balón aquí. Vale. Balón aquí. Pito. Fuera.
Nadia Lua having a pretty heated exchange there with the referee. It is going to be a shooting chance. However, for Nadia, you can feel the tension coming into the game.
Now, there is tension, of course. So much riding on this. A spot in the first ever Kings World Cup Nations final.
Iraqi. We know he can strike him. Iraqi's got an absolute cannonball in that right foot of his.
Big player for them.
Nadir, Fouad. Those are the Moroccan heroes. They need to step up now. It's another brilliant tackle by the Colombian defenders. That's also why they've been so impressive, is Lobon and Moreno at the back have been rocks.
Yeah, absolutely. 1 goal against Uzbekistan, 1 goal against Morocco in their first match, 2 against Turkey. Very few goals conceded, very few chances afforded to their opponents. Of course, big shout out to Camilo as well, who's also pulling out all the stops.
Oh yeah, Camilo with a sensational display in the first 20 minutes. They're under trouble here. Fouad unable to keep that one in play there, but Morocco certainly coming back with the right intentions. This is good from the Atlas line.
Yeah, especially after that, disappointing start to the second period, of course. Who would have expected Fouad to miss from that shoot, as he tries again here, though, Sai?
Yeah, that's going to fizzle through, though, to Camilo Mena, who's just going to take his time a little bit, allow Colombia to regroup, get a little bit of fresh air in their lungs and catapult it towards Iraqi. It stays in play for the Colombians. Not the best pass, Iraqi did well. Saoud, now Fouad.
Both sides, of course, have their secret cards as that's played across the box.
Yeah, Hadraf was the intended target. Colombia, though, able to extract themselves from danger. That one a little bit too far ahead of number 80, Alexander Rodriguez.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit ironic. Colombia scoring on the break, seeing in the first time it was Morocco very much playing on the counter-attack. But now Colombia can afford just to sit back a little bit. This is what you're talking about, Si, managing the situations and dealing with the different situations of the match. If Colombia can just sort of weather the storm here. They've got a presidential penalty as well.
Yeah, that's a big one, and Colombia may be able to break forwards here with the speedster. Saoud initially trying to win back the ball. This is going to be a massive fight here, but it could break for Colombia. Good feet. Is there going to be a foul? No. Fouad under pressure inside his box. He can't lose it. Fouad twisting, turning, and the ball's gone out of play. It'll be a Colombian ball. Pressure here on the Moroccans. The ball's played through. No offside for now. And it still stays in play. Iraqi, huge defending from the Moroccan centre-back there.
Oh, what a battle site. We're privileged to see it up close and personal.
Another good tackle. Hadraf dispossessed.
Just a disappointing outcome there, but again, the battling as well, the challenges, as Ilias applauds what he sees watching on from his homeland. There's plenty of his fellow countrymen, though, here inside the Vismara, the home to the AC Milan Academy. As Morocco try and get that second goal and draw level, remains still advantage to Colombia. Nice idea.
Yeah, Angelo Caro there just trying to pull off that back heel. I think if he did, and that ended up being a goal, it would have been one of the best individual displays we've seen here after perhaps Kelvin Oliveira. Fouad away from Angelo Caro, and he's going to win Morocco a throw in there, Fouad.
Yeah, Kelvin Oliveira will be in action later against Mexico. Mexico inspired, of course, by Obed Martinez. I can't wait for that duel. The head-to-head between those two, but let's focus back to this one here because this is delicately poised. Morocco very much still in it. They've got their secret card. Interesting to see when they'll play that.
Saoud! And now it's put over. Offside. Nadir was coming in. It's Saoud who made contact with the ball. Big chance Morocco, but it wouldn't have counted.
So as things stand then, Colombia on course to be the first finalist side in Turin. A final that will be, of course, played at the Allianz Stadium. This is thanks to the support of the Regione Piemonte, dei Comuni di Torino, di Città Metropolitana di Torino, Fondazione per la Cultura Torino, and IREN. So thanks to our institutional partners.
Referee unhappy with the foul there. Alejandro Ortega, who was the player brought down. Saoud looked like he played the ball.
Again, no card, though.
No, but I'm happy with that. I don't think any of the fouls we've seen so far warrant a yellow card. Referees have been consistent throughout the tournament, and it's an opportunity for us as well to say what a great job they've done in terms of not giving yellow cards, not giving the 50-50 fouls.
Big pat on the back for them.
Rodriguez, that is miles off target.
Yeah, nearly as bad as me on a Friday night on a five-a-side or seven-a-side football pitch. Who knows soon at a Kings League pitch. I cannot wait to have a go myself out there. I'm loving commentating. I'm loving being a spectator up close and personal. I want to play it as well.
Boussoufa carried on running. Come off Boussoufa last though.
Yeah, Morocco just need a couple of those 50-50 calls to go their way as well right now. Colombia very much in control. They just give you that, as you're talking about, also that sense, that impression that they're always in control.
A little bit too far ahead of Perez there. Iraqi once again doing it well. Ben Salam with the right idea to move the ball quickly. Morocco have got to inject more pace, try and disturb this Colombian setup. It's Colombia now. Ortega had a pass to go forwards. Nadir Lua has gone down. Now it's Saoud who finds Boussoufa, and the shot is blocked.
And they're celebrating sight as if they'd scored, the Colombian defenders there. And why not? Why not? That could be a huge, huge moment. Give them an extra lift as we go towards the half-hour mark.
Boussoufa, Saoud, too far ahead. Boussoufa, however, applauds his teammate. Lobon has the throw-in available for Colombia, as Colombia are being put under a little bit of pressure at the moment here.
Yeah, but Colombia holding firm really well, really tight. As I said, they just give you that impression that they're in control, they're on top of things, and almost, I don't want to say that they're allowing Morocco to have the ball, but happy to afford them a bit of the ball and just sit back, sit deep, and just soak up this pressure.
Mehdi Amri, brilliant ball to Boussoufa, and it's Camilo Mena who is once again on cue to save, and Colombia have moved it quickly. Morocco are not back in position. This is good play. Colombia still coming forwards. The feet and the technique, and now it's broken, and the shot comes in, and it's put wide. How has that not been put away? Perez had an open goal.
Sorry, I thought it was going to be un, dos, tres, but for now it's just un, dos, because he couldn't convert it from close range. But how close was it? Look at this. Agonizingly close. Just stumbled there with his feet.
It was so nicely worked. And the danger man, number 7 for Colombia, Julio Perea, who's putting in a star performance. Nadir Lua, who in the opening game of the tournament for Morocco was kept quiet, didn't have his best game. He's not having much joy here, although that should have been a foul. Referee plays advantage. Mehdi Amri with the ball. Boussoufa, the target, headed away, and it's towards Ortega. No. Saoud. Nadir blocked again, no handball, no chance that was handball.
They're appealing though, they're appealing on that far side. The Moroccans are convinced, they are adamant. Will we have a check? We'll find out in a moment.
It's been looked at, but it's okay. It didn't look like handball.
Again, your hawk eye, your eagle eye vision, Si, spot on. Even here from the commentary gantry. Full marks to you.
Nadir. Fouad. Moroccan player ready to come on. Iraqi, Saoud, Fouad with a bit of space down the right. Here he is. Fizzes it in, and Moreno once again in the way. Moreno and Lobon are just superb.
Secret card. and it's Colombia who have called it.
Nadir, brilliant shimmy. And just a return ball from Boussoufa, not carrying enough weight there.
Sort of sums up their second half, really, for Morocco. Things just aren't quite working out as Camila launches it upfield. Just that final pass, that final shot, that final cross. But they're looking to build once again before we can have that secret card for Colombia.
Iraqi, pressed by Alejandro Ortega. Now Ben Salam, he's giving it away, Ben Salam, to Julio Pereira. Julio Pereira, if he has 2 meters of space, it is adios. You're not seeing that guy again. That's how quick he is.
And what a goal he scored in the first half, capping off a wonderful move. Wonderful, wonderful move. And now we're going to have that card. Cannot wait. Spotify secret card time. El tiempo para carta secreta.
Imagine if this is player suspension and they take
your
off
favourite.
Nadir.
Your favourite.
Imagine.
It is!
I don't believe it. I do not believe it.
You can predict the future as well, can you, Si? Apart from speaking multiple languages and being a top commentator, well done.
Nadir's gone off, so
you called it.
So Colombia now going to play with a man advantage, and they will not be playing against Nadir for the next 4 minutes.
It's as you said, it's a fabulous card. It gives you a numerical advantage. You take away the danger, man. He continues to protest. Maybe the pressure just getting to him, Si. I mean, in front of his fellow country, in front of his supporters, the world is watching. Over 2 million people watching, joining us here. Not his day so far. He's got to sit out for the next 4 minutes.
This is huge for Colombia.
Huge,
they can get 1 or 2 goals in the next 4 minutes and have their president penalty available as well. This could be game done and dusted.
I like it. You said a northern accent as well. Very pleased about that.
Oh, I am from the north.
Absolutely. I love a bit of northern
Hope
talk.
Ruben Amorim's watching Lobon as we may be in the need for a new centre-back. Although I do like what Harry Maguire and everyone else is doing. The ball actually clattering into our team down there.
Well, the technical staff.
Yeah, the technical team. It's all laughs. But if their equipment's damaged, they'll probably not be laughing as much. So this is big now. Colombia trying to get the better of this Moroccan defence, and lovely ball retention. Lobon to Julio Pereira.
Well, can they capitalise now on this numerical advantage? El Pibe, the Colombian coach, ushering them to come towards this left-hand side. Denilson does go to that left-hand side.
As a strike. Ortega the one to take it. Lobon lost here. One back though. Angelot Caro. Angelot Caro. Angelot Caro. And now, what a piece of defending from Saud.
Danger not over the side. Danger not over.
Lobon waits. It's over him. Fouad away. Boussoufa chases. But Angelot Caro again wins it back. What a performance he is putting in, the captain, at the moment. Oh, lovely feed. Ben Salam saves, and it's put over by Ortega. Colombia may come to regret this. Morocco have got heart. We saw it, Tommy, in the game against the USA. They were behind by 5 and came back.
Will that prove to be a costly miss from Colombia at the moment? The Atlas Lions, they are roaring. They're showing their pride as the tension mounts here on this near side.
Yeah.
El balón es tuyo, cabeza, tío. Hostia.
In my opinion, that was a foul on Saud. No more, but it certainly was a foul. And tactically, you can see the difference here by the Colombians, Tommy. They brought off Moreno, so they've only playing with one real centre-back, and Julio Pereira, the speedster, is the one guarding the counter-attacks. And they've brought on another attacking player.
Yeah.
Corner, says the referee.
And this is so when people just say it's spectacle, entertainment, it's also strategy. It's strategy as well. You've got to be clever at reading the situations.
Ben Salam, good catch.
Really good catch from the Moroccan keeper. That was awkward. And you have the likes of Denilson to try to contend with as he goes route one, obviously. What else can he do right now? With Morocco a man down.
The ball. Colombia on the counter-attack once again. What can La Tricolor do here? It's played across to Rodriguez. Rodriguez has time and space. He finds Ortega. Ortega dispossessed by Iraqi. What a fierce battle that is, and it's the Moroccan who comes away with the ball and wins the free kick.
They just stopped in their tracks though. Morocco wanted to take it quickly. They're told to go back. But as you said, the battling has been of the highest class. The work rate, the determination. Try to turn these players, it's just about fun and entertainment, far from it. And we're going towards that 38-minute mark. Makes me think Morocco perhaps have a penalty or a shootout, because otherwise they would have played it a bit earlier if it's something that involves a time limit of 4 minutes.
Well, they don't know what it is. You're not allowed to...
It's obviously, the players don't necessarily, you're right, don't know, but...
Neither do the coaches. You're meant to find out once the card's dragged out, aren't you? I'm not sure you can have a look at it before.
The coaches, obviously, they know.
Perea!
Too hot to handle.
Yeah, I like
Too
that.
hot to handle.
Good vocabulary, Mr. Thomas.
I'm trying to impress you, so I'm trying to impress you. I can't impress you with my linguistic skills.
You certainly can. President penalty being called by Morocco, but they've already taken it, so I don't think that's correct. I think they've maybe made a mistake with the button. Saul with the foul. A secret card, and it's going to be a yellow card for Colombia. Yellow card shown to the Colombians for the tackle on Saul.
Sight, it's a number 80 who's walking off there. He's furious, and just when you thought there couldn't be any more twists in the plot here, there is another twist in the plot here, and all before that secret card.
Alexander Rodriguez, absolutely disgusted with the decision. There you go. I don't think they know.
Shootout.
Shootout. Well, Camilo Mina had the bet in the first one. This is only for Morocco to go level as well.
I don't think Fouad's going to take it again, or is he? Will he step up again? Will he leave it to a teammate? Has he got the motivation to take another one? Can Camilo rise to the fore again? But it's a big moment as we go into this final 2 minutes, sight. And of course, Colombia still have their presidential penalty,
which will be taken by Peli Kanger. And it's going to be Boussoufa, so there is going to be a change in the taker.
Massive.
Off we go. Boussoufa. Ooh.
False start.
Calm down. Up, okay? There's another calm down.
See Camilo, they're just leaving the ball where it was as well, and presidential penalty.
Yeah, called here by the Colombians, who, in case this goes in, will go to try and regain the lead immediately. Boussoufa takes off, and this time he will have the better of Camilo Mina.
Ahead of the buzzer, ice cool.
There's a check here.
Oh, hang on.
There's a check.
Will the celebrations be cut short?
Angelo Caro says it doesn't stand. And I think Fouad has shaken his head and has just said this isn't going to stand either.
Vale. Okay.
He's going across side to the monitor.
So here is VAR. Let's have a look. Boussoufa.
Okay. Dale. Salva.
So Boussoufa started before the countdown goes.
I think that's what's being checked. You're right, son. That's what's being checked.
In progress.
Salva. Hey. George. Salva. ¿Se puede poner en movimiento o no?
Huge moments here, side.
¿Se puede poner en movimiento o no?
In progress.
La imagen que me pones ya ha tocado el balón.
Cut the tension with a knife.
I think the referee here is asking when did he touch the ball.
Solo movimiento. Salva, es igual, es igual. Es
Working
igual.
overtime behind the scenes.
It's huge. So it's
Vamos,
not going to
banquillo.
count.
No sale, no sale. Sale uno y no sale. Banquillo, Juan, va, Juan.
And this is not going to count. What a moment in the game. This is incredible. Boussoufa's shootout, which was converted, is not going to be retaken.
And now Colombia side can make it 3-1. Just how the pendulum swings. How the pendulum swings.
Pelikanger in front of the Moroccan supporters who are booing him as he comes out. Ben Salam, who is uttering a quick prayer to try and galvanize him and inspire him to perhaps read this penalty from the Colombian president rather. It is absolutely deafening in here. My apologies if I'm shouting, but I can't hear anything. The atmosphere is insane. And this is the 38th minute as well. The drama. Colombia could go 2 ahead.
Cuando ya chuta el shootout, estábamos en el 38. Si han pulsado en ese momento,
in the driving
nos
seat,
hemos
of course, those
pasado.
final 2 minutes, and goals are
Miramos,
worth
estaban ellos
double.
los compañeros. Yo estaba pendiente del shootout y no veo.
And of course, Colombia will play a man down in those 2 minutes because Alexander Rodriguez has been shown that yellow card. And what are we waiting for now?
Salva, espero, Okay.
What's the referee checking?
The referee checking whether Colombia pressed the president penalty button in time. This would also be absolutely astounding in a semi-final of a World Cup to not be able to press your president penalty, which guarantees you a free penalty in time for the game, just after Morocco themselves, by their non-appliance of the correct rules, and they haven't pressed it in time. This is insane. Insanity.
Astounded. That is amateur, unfortunate. Schoolboy error from Colombia. There's no excuse for it, Si. I know it's a big moment, big pressure, but you've got to keep an eye on the clock at all times, and they have only themselves to blame.
All the headlines in Colombia will be about this mistake if they cannot win this game. And a reminder that they will be playing a man down for the next 2 minutes. And if Morocco score once, it is Morocco who take the lead with the double goals rule. Have you seen anything more dramatic, Thomas Lawrence?
No, because the Kings League is all about the unexpected. We were talking about Colombia being in control, on course. That yellow card has changed things. The error from Colombia, and of course from Morocco as well. Had they scored, it would have gone to a golden goal situation. Anyway, here we go. I still fancy Morocco's side.
Well, they may have the advantage now, Morocco. Julio Perea sprints out, and he will reach the ball first.
Great pace.
Yeah, unbelievable. Might be the quickest player here, Julio Perea. Colombia, if they were to score, then that would be huge for Colombia as well. Nadir arguing with the assistant referee. It's towards Le Bon, who goes down. Gets back up immediately, to his credit. Fouad with a little bit of trickery and magic, but you cannot do that at this stage of a semi-final game.
Yeah, both these sides, we've seen that the pressure and the emotions of the occasion have got to them. In the meantime, you can vote for the MVP via Twitch. It's a long throw. That could be a penalty, site.
It might be a goal. We play on here. Colombia turning with Angelo Caro. They're pressing high, and now it's a 3v2 for Morocco. Fouad. Ooh, that was naughty by Le Bon, and that could easily be another yellow card.
They want the
for
yellow.
Colombia.
They want the yellow, Morocco. They're furious. Card staying in the pocket. Under a minute, and Rodriguez can come back for Colombia, and it'll be 7v7 again.
Nadir Lua in the middle, where he needs to be for Morocco. Iraqi, Boussoufa, Hadraf. All of the players who can score goals for Morocco are on the pitch. Mina saves, and it's skied by Fouad.
As we're saying, Si, just sort of sums up the match so far for Morocco, just in that final third, with their shot, with the cross, just not being quite good enough today. Whereas other performances, they've just blown away teams. Not on that occasion. Rodriguez can come back onto the pitch soon. And reminder, stick with us. We've got Mexico, Brazil coming up, who will be taking on one of Morocco or Colombia in the final.
This is such a tight game. 3 minutes of added time. Rodriguez can come back on. It's not going to be him, but at least Colombia now 7v7 once more.
Yeah, for added time, 3 minutes of added time. Morocco score, they go ahead.
Hadraf, and it's that man again, Moreno.
Again, celebrating as if he'd scored, why not? Fist-pumping celebrations.
Fouad takes a touch, and Camilo Mena just juggles it a little bit basketball style, and now finds Angelot Caro.
Yeah, handball style there as well. Yeah, lovely stuff.
Saoud's been good for Morocco, really good. That's a good tackle. No, it's seen as a free kick. Boussoufa again wants the yellow card. Lobon doesn't agree it was a free kick.
He got the ball, but he also got plenty of the man as well. As Ilias, for him, it's getting tense as well. Yeah, I think he sliced through as well on the player there, so, and the referee well placed and the right man to make the call. Still have time to vote for your MVP via Twitch. And then Mexico against Brazil in the second semi-final. That seems sense. Colombia going through, but anything can happen. A minute and a half. Goals, reminder, worth double.
Are we about to see a piece of brilliance from Iraqi or Boussoufa? It looks like the power of Iraqi, and it's going to be a corner. Morocco were knocked out of the Football World Cup in Qatar in the semi-finals by France. Are they about to be knocked out in the semi-finals here by Colombia?
They got another corner.
No, I think it's a throw-in for Colombia. Referee was pointing that way.
There you go. Yeah, Nadir thought it was, but it wasn't. You're right, Si. Into that final minute. Into that final minute. And Si, we've got some great news in the meantime. 3 million devices. 3 million now. We've exceeded what we wanted.
Thomas Lawrence, you can go home.
Thank you very much. It's been great. See everybody soon.
Saoud. Caro. Can Colombia hold it? They're going to get the free kick.
Yellow, I think.
Look at the reaction from Fouad, and Boussoufa shown a yellow card. This is where you can see how much it means to everybody, but you have to keep your cool. And Saoud has shown a yellow card. Morocco are going to end the game with 5 players.
Oh, the cards are flying out now. And now the pendulum swings again, and now back in favour of Colombia. With the clock ticking down, another minute has been added on in the meantime. But we spoke about the discipline, didn't we, Si? Boussoufa's already had his disciplinary issues in this Kings World Cup Nations. Disappointing, and with that, has that taken the game away from Morocco? It certainly puts Colombia in a great, great position to see out this match and see out this win.
The referee added an extra minute because of Colombia's time wasting. Colombia, and now with Ortega, who squares it, it's Julio Perea, it's Rodriguez, Fouad. It's a free kick, and Rodriguez there. This is breathless. 20 seconds. Iraqi. Morocco are 2 players down. Iraqi still. Nadir's on the ground.
Referee looks at his watch here. Little glance. 4 minutes are up. Will he just allow one last passage of play? I think he might.
It's Colombia who reached the inaugural final of the Kings World Cup Nations. What a performance by El Capitanos, who showed all of that defensive steel once again to get over the line and set up a final with either Mexico or Brazil.
Decisive steel at one end, the cutting edge at the other. And Caro, who made one and scored one, your MVP. El Capitan leading his team, captain fantastic, El Capitan Fantastico for Colombia. It's history, sight, the first ever team to reach the Kings World Cup Nations final as they celebrate with their present, with their streamers. Too much for some, tears of joy, tears of disappointment meanwhile for Morocco. Tipped by many to go all the way. So much experience, so many players who play in the Kings League in Spain. Fuad, one of those who goes out. Nadir, the Corona d'Oro, unable to inspire the Moroccans and the Moroccan supporters as well. They're already heading for the exit door. Colombia then marching on. And in that final on the 12th of January, in just 2 days' time at the Allianz Stadium.
What a spectacle we have just seen. What a performance from Colombia. It was much closer than what it was when these sides met in the first match, all the way at the start of the competition, just after New Year's. It seems like it was ages ago. Nadir Lua with the opening goal of the game. But in the end, Colombia just too good defensively speaking.
Never doubt you again, right from day one when we saw, we actually commentated on this match to Nilsson. What a performance from him. You said, quoting you here for me, Colombia go all the way to the final, and they have done that also thanks to these impressive numbers here that we see here. Just the one goal conceded, the most they've conceded in this tournament, 2 against Turkey, as they book their spot. And now we're going to find out whether it's between Mexico or Brazil.
Mexico against Brazil. Both teams are out on the pitch warming up, but it is Colombia who have reached the final. Time for the highlights.
Mexico knows better than anyone how big a Kings World Cup is. They hosted it before, but couldn't win. Now their thirst for revenge has become a ritual of the favorite without a crow. From beyond toward victory. Brazil. Everyone admires them, everyone fears them. They dance, sing, and have fun. If you asked me, I'd say the Kings was invented in Brazil.
It is time for the second semi-final. Who will meet Colombia in the inaugural Kings World Cup Nations final? Will it be Mexico? Will it be Brazil? It's time now for the speeches and the anthems here at the Kings League Arena in Milan.
No hay mañana, equipo. Vamos a darlo todo hoy y quiero darles un agradecimiento especial porque justo antes de venirme partió una persona muy especial para mí. pero le prometí una cosa, que íbamos a llegar entre los primeros 4 y hoy gracias a ustedes lo pude cumplir. Así que muchas gracias y vamos a darlo todo. Dale.
Galera, só reforçando o orgulho que eu tenho dessa seleção, de tudo que a gente trabalhou, de tudo que a gente fez, desde lá do começo, né, da nossa preparação. Mas isso não é só de agora, isso são nossas vidas, que a gente vive para isso, vive para ser uma pessoa melhor, para ser um jogador melhor. E a gente tem essa oportunidade hoje de reafirmar mais uma vez o que a gente veio fazer aqui. Então, tenho certeza que a gente está todo mundo preparado e a gente vai chegar nesse primeiro objetivo nosso, que é chegar no estádio e estar na festa final. Bora!
Vambora, rapaziada. É aquilo, velho. Falta um jogo aqui. É o jogo da nossa vida, velho. A gente é diferente de todo mundo porque a gente dá tudo todo jogo. Não adianta. A gente sabe que se a gente perder agora, não adiantou nada. A gente sabe que a gente não pode. A gente é a única seleção que nunca pode perder. A gente nunca pode perder. E hoje falta um jogo pra gente chegar no estádio, conquistar uma das coisas que a gente falou que a gente vinha fazer aqui, que é chegar nesse jogo do estádio. Lembra do que eu falei? Enquanto a gente estiver olhando no olho de cada um, a gente não vai deixar ninguém cair. Olha no olho de cada um e olha no olho deles. Enquanto eles vêem a vitória no nosso olho, ninguém vai tirar o que é nosso. Vambora, Brasil!
E a gente tem mais um vídeo aí para
mandar uma boa
completar
sorte para vocês. Até aqui tudo perfeito, mais um momento de decisão. E o Brasil todo tá torcendo muito por vocês aí, tá? Hoje um grande jogo contra o México. Parabenizar o que vocês fizeram até aqui, jogadores, comissão técnica. Mas hoje é aquele tipo de jogo que não se joga, se ganha. Então estamos aqui na torcida por vocês. Parabéns aos presidentes também, Cris Guedes, Gaulês e estagiários. Vocês estão fazendo um grande trabalho. Mas ainda temos mais 2 passos para dar. Boa sorte, estamos na torcida, Deus abençoe.
Bora, bora!
Pátria amada, idolatrada, salve, salve. Brasil de sonho nesse raio vívido, de amor e esperança a terra desce. Sem Deus famoso, céu risonho e límpido,
gigante pela própria natureza. És bela, és forte, pave do colosso. E teu futuro espelha essa grandeza. Terra dourada, entre outras mil, és do Brasil, ó pátria amada. Dos filhos desse sol é mãe gentil, pátria amada, Brasil.
If you doubted the passion and the intensity that is about to be put on show, then you need to watch those anthems and listen to those speeches once again. Gaules with a rousing discours, as the French would say, for his players, saying that there is no chance whatsoever that they are going to lose this game. All three Mexican presidents heading over to stand side by side with their players and sing the national anthem. That's something pretty special, I think, Thomas Lawrence.
Oh, two fabulous anthems, both giving me goosebumps. Less so when it came to the actual singing side of things, but the passion was there as both sets of players and, of course, presence, coaching staff bellowing it out. And via Twitch site, it's 50-50. And I'm going to say Mexico because I'm a huge fan of Obed Martinez. I know you're a big fan of Kelvin Oliveras. We see the Spotify secret card being drawn, which can always be a lifeline if you're behind, or give you that extra boost if you're ahead, as we also saw in the previous matches and across the entirety of the competition. And there, we mentioned them, the three presidentes. I don't know if you can say that in Portuguese. This is where I really would love to have Patrick Kendrick beside me here, who could give me a hand. One of them is El Ostillero.
Well, as it happens, Patrick Kendrick is with us side by side because he says he's just sent us a little bit of a translation, an opportunity for us to say hello to PK over the comms. Gigante pela propria natureza, in an accent which I don't know where it's from, but giants by nature in the anthem. So thank you very much, Patrick, for that. And I think giants by nature just explains the mentality and the mindset of the Brazilians now as they come into game. And it is going to be Kelvin Oliveira, who did all the damage against Turkey in the previous game in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, 5 goals. What a performance from him as the lights are up. We're almost there, sight. Here we go.
Lights out. It is Kelvin Oliveira against Obed Martinez. Two of the best players in the Kings World Cup nations go head-to-head. And unlike Suad Ak in the quarterfinals, Obed Martinez stands off Kelvin Oliveira.
In terms of physicality, it looks like a bit of a mismatch here.
Oh, his feet are so good, though. He's so good. But Obed Martinez has come up with something special.
Muy bien from Obed Martinez. Great work recovering. And now he can have a real dart here at Kelvin Oliveira and try and get a shot away. Mr. number 20, El Capitan.
Obed Martinez, he'll be on his weaker right foot. He's still going, and it's well blocked, that one.
As the ball came hurtling towards us, I was a little bit worried there. There's a chap wearing a Brazil shirt tomorrow with Adriano, number 9, but it's the number 9 of Kelvin Oliveira, who carries the hopes here for the Seleção the Kings. There's 2 balls on the pitch as well, which is a bit of confusion as the keeper is out as well now, sight.
Obed Martinez, saved by the goalkeeper. That's absolutely brilliant from Cosildo Barata.
Great sliding challenge. Here we go, this could be the opener.
Obed Martinez has got his man available. It has to be the shooting chance here for Mexico. It's not going to be Monterde, who can certainly strike them. Monterde. Lovely feet by the goalkeeper, but he's lost him now. Kelvin Oliveira, he pushes it across. Andreas Vaz, what a start to the game. It's breathless here. Vaz goes round. Vaz, and it's saved on the line by the Mexicans.
Some appeals for a penalty, but the referee said no, absolutely no. Cierto que no, said the referee. But end-to-end stuff, still no goals, but it's been brilliant nonetheless, sight.
I'm going to need a defibrillator if it keeps going at this pace. Unbelievable. Obed Martinez.
Need a Red Bull, that's for sure.
Cesar Bernal is on the pitch for Latrice. Monterde, here is the new arrival. Monterde. Monterde goes, and I might have taken a little bit of a touch. No appeals from the Mexicans either. So I didn't see that correctly. Now it's Brazil.
Yeah, what a strike from Monterde. There's also a reputation for setting up goals. 3 already. Saez Vaz tries to just put himself into a shooting position for this man here, the danger man, numero 9, number 9.
Vaz to Lipao. Lipao! Woo!
And we'll start again now through Monterde. There's a countdown. Goes down. We're now going to be 5v5. Less and less space out on the pitch. We get closer to that 7v7. Still Obed Martinez on that far side. They're trying to find a pocket of space. We see this from Mexico all the time. Side Monterde trying to get involved, be an additional playmaker. And here is that man, Obed Martinez.
Obed Martinez! Oh, it's come off the post! And it's saved! Josildo Barata with a brilliant piece of goalkeeping, and not his first.
A huge sigh of relief. Las chicas, las señoritas just can't quite believe it for Mexico.
Obed Martinez hangs back to receive the ball. Cisneros is on the move. It's Bernal.
Just how good, though, is Obed Martinez' side. Really looking to rise to the occasion. He's not intimidated by this duel with Kelvin Oven. Here he is.
Took it early, followed by Andreas Vaz, who goes over, and he's going to win the free kick. Taken quickly by Brazil. This is where they're so dangerous in the space. Now Jefinho. Lipao. Andreas Vaz. Kelvin Oliveira in the middle. Vaz.
This is promising.
Cries of Mexico. Mexico in the stands. Didn't look like a free kick. Kelvin Oliveira has scored in every single Kings League match he has ever played. He's being kept quiet now by the Mexican defense. We know how good that defense has been.
Yeah, approaching 5 minutes and still no goal from Kelvin Oliveira or Obed Martinez. Martinez coming so close. That strike rattling the frame of the goal. It's still shaking as well. Struck it with such venom, the number 20. One of my favourite players. Just love watching him in action. And I love that jersey as well. We've spoken about the jersey, but it's the Brazil one as well. They're both iconic. Although I'd love to see Brazil play the white socks, which is more traditional, but still can't have everything, can you, Si?
You can't. And at the moment, Brazil are certainly not having it all their way. Cisneros is under pressure. Andreas Vaz. Obed Martinez is running free on the far side. This is Chuy Perez. He's won it back. Now the chance, there was nobody in the middle.
Yeah, I'm not sure where there's a cross-come shot there. Maybe caught in 2 minds, but you're right, so I needed just someone to attack it. Wasn't really read by his teammates. Awkward position as well to try and go for the goal. For Martinez.
Davies Junco, my mistake, not Chuy Perez, who won back the ball there, number 11 for the Mexican side, and for perhaps the first time in the tournament, Brazil looking a little bit lost in terms of how to upset the Mexicans.
Yeah, so far, they have met their match, but it's what you expect at the semi-final stage. It's what you want, though, these big matches, these powerhouses of the Kings League. Mexico, plenty of experience with the Kings League Americas, and in Mexico, such support players and just like celebrities.
Wembley on the ball now, and his name is Wembley. We were told yesterday by Gaulis, because his father is a massive fan of Wembley Stadium, the home of English football, which is why he chose the name Wembley on the back of his jersey.
Here he is, Si.
Andreas Vaz. Obed Martinez.
Wembley with those 2 twin tower thighs. He's a big man. He's a real physical presence. Typical sort of, what you think when you think of Brazilian defenders at the back. Likes of Danilo and Bremer. Here he is.
It's a big unit, isn't he?
Oh yeah, certainly wouldn't mess with him.
Here's Wembley. Lipao, Wembley, Lipao again. Well, Brazil struggling with their passing a little bit.
Yeah.
Brazil not as clear-cut, refined as we've seen them.
Yeah, they made that amazing start yesterday. You and Patrick were commentating. I think it was a bit of a mismatch early on in those first minutes. Swad against Kelvin Oliveira yesterday. And they really capitalised. That's clever. Just wasn't quite executed to perfection on that far side. It would be some story should Kelvin Oliveira be kept quiet. You mentioned that impressive scoring record in Brazil in general, what are the tournament's top scorers.
Here's Lipao. Kelvin's actually gone off. Give his team the opportunity to try and do something without their captain and talisman. Here's Monterde. But what a thrilling start it was to the game with Obed Martinez clearing it off the line. Then he hit the post and Kelvin had another chance.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, don't be deceived by the 0-0.
No.
It's been pulsating, as you'd expect, between these two nations.
Has evened out a little bit in the last couple of minutes here in terms of the game really being more tactical.
Yeah, Brazil passing around nicely, really patient here, just trying to find an opening.
Lipao, that's a good ball. It's going to be a goal kick. Came off the Brazilian player last.
Yeah, that will suit Mexico nicely, just a chance to regroup.
But much like we saw against Argentina, Mexico starting to struggle to get themselves up the pitch, which I think against Argentina, you could probably afford to leave Argentina the ball as much as possible because they didn't have the individualities to trouble Mexico, but that's not the case with Brazil. As Lipao demonstrates there.
Yeah, they also need a slice of luck, of course, going through on a penalty shootout against Argentina yesterday. The day before we saw Morocco going through on penalties against the USA. Morocco losing earlier to Colombia.
Cisneros.
Booted it into the advertising horn again. I was a little bit worried.
It almost decapitated one of the Italian streamers, that.
Yeah, someone wearing sunglasses. I don't know why they're wearing sunglasses indoors, but
it's all about being a streamer.
Yeah, I suppose. A little side swipe, I suppose, to that stylistic bit of attire.
Oh, lovely feet. A little bit too much in the end there. Davies Unco making a clever move, but unable to back it up with the correct pass. Rufino. Wembley.
Brazil fans now piping up as well. They're trying to give it as good as they got and respond to those Mexican supporters. So much passion when you think of Brazil, both on and off the pitch. Love that anthem.
Rufino again. Speaking of Mexican supporters, I have one of my best friends growing up, Luis Matos, who's watching from Toronto.
Big shout out to Luis, did you say?
Good ball. Put wide.
Yeah, just like the finish though, but it's a bit more like it from Brazil. Something to build on, something to just give a little foothold in this match again. Starting to take control. In terms of the possession, they're certainly doing that. Las Chicas giving it as good as they've got as well. Las Señoritas in green, en verde, and there they are, enjoying today's action. And no doubt pinning their hopes in. Obed Martinez was trying to get involved. He's just lurking. He's been kept fairly quiet, though, in the past 10 minutes or so. And having just said that, he's just sprung to life and won back the ball. So what do I know about Kings League football?
You certainly know a lot about Obed Martinez, that's for certain. And he did well there. Here's Monterde. Kelvin's back on the pitch. Mexico seen none of the ball. Barucochoa, the number 9, is playing in that advanced role. Obed Martinez just behind him.
Yeah, Brazil certainly growing sight into this match.
Here's Lipao with that dangerous right foot of his. He's found Kelvin Oliveira, and it's just taken away. Obed Martinez, Leletti fires it over.
Yeah, really risky from him. Just obviously the idea was they're just trying to ease the pressure on the Mexican rear guard. Brazil winning it back really quickly. They press really well. We've spoken about their sort of samba style at times, their approach, their attacking flair, but it's that work rate as well, which has got them here to the semi-finals. Played one less match than, or one fewer games, should I say, than Mexico, who lost their first match to the USA and had to do it the hard way, going through the last chance salute, unlike Brazil, who went straight through to the quarterfinals, winning their first 2 games and in style. Getting a bit of Germany as well, a bit of revenge for that horrible loss in 2014.
That's nice play by Mexico. Keeping it down the sidelines. Davis Junco's done amazingly well. Baruch Ochoa with his shot blocked there. And it needed to be, I think it was Wembley or Wellington who did it. But just to outline the magnitude of what Mexico are achieving at the moment. Brazil, the highest scoring team in the tournament, 28 goals in 3 matches, and this is the first time that they've been kept quiet in the opening 14 minutes of a game at the Kings World Cup Nations.
Can they find the breakthrough as we go towards that 18-minute mark? Again, a reminder, if you are perhaps watching for the first, only just joined us the past couple of days, is the Red Bull roll of the dice. Depending on the outcome of the roll of the dice, it determines the number of players out on the pitch for those final 2 minutes. Perhaps Brazil wouldn't mind a one-on-one, a 2v2. Kelvin Oliveira, so deadly in those situations, but kept quiet, surprising, in that first minute.
Surprised Mexico are persevering with this long ball into Baruch Ochoa, because they've actually had more joy when they've been able to pass it around the tight pockets, as Leletti here speeds away from Davis Junco.
Taking it quickly, Brazil, no time to, they really do want to get this opening goal. They're not going to settle for a 0-0 at half-time, far from it. It's not in their mentality.
Wellington to Leletti. Now Wembley, Rufino. Pressed by Cesar Bernal, who was immense against Argentina. Leletti. Andreas Vaz is back on the pitch. Here's Wembley.
The idea was there. Very clever football. Just needed someone just to take a little bit of a risk, go for that 50-50 ball and get there first. Mexico feel would take a 0-0 at half-time and would love, though, to sneak it before the break.
Cisneros. Obed Martinez faked the run, but didn't go in behind.
Yeah.
Which is why Cisneros played that pass.
Yeah, misunderstanding. It's a shame. Could have produced something important there. And now has been the case for at least the past 10 minutes or so. Brazil very much on the ball.
That's given away to Baruch Ochoa. Cisneros. Clever little back heel from Baruch Ochoa, rather.
Just assessing his options here. Be happy just to run down the clock slightly. A few precious seconds. Can they get Obed Martinez on the ball here in his final minutes, and can he put himself into a scoring position? He's very nearly dispossessed there. I just love the way he plays. That sort of low centre of gravity, just checking inside. Just such a oozes confidence and belief every time he's on the ball. But this could be trouble now. Kelvin Oliveira. Oh, did it take a deflection?
It's going to be a goal kick, I think the decision is.
Oh, surprise there. Kelvin Oliveira just trudges back, takes his spot here. Yeah, Mexico, I feel so, will be happy with this as it stands with a 0-0. As for Brazil, maybe a little bit concerning for them.
Baruch Ochoa, for once, getting the better of Wembley there.
It's quite common, isn't it, for them named after sort of figures or things they admire. I remember Marlon of Sassuolo in Italy.
It does remind me of Marlon a little.
Yeah, played for Sassuolo, named after Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
The late Marlon Brando, the
Mandela
Godfather.
Keita of Parma.
Yeah.
Named after Nelson Mandela, of course. Cesar Bernal, and that is into
like
the
that
arms
in
of
their culture.
Josildo Barata. Well, the good news is that my very dear friend, Luis Matos, has said that my pronunciation of the Brazilian names is excellent. So thank you, Luis. And that's a good save by Monterde.
Massive shout out to Luis. Does he follow Serie A in Italian football?
He does follow Serie A. He was a very good player himself. Could have played seven-a-side Luis, but he preferred to be very good at studies instead.
Good for him. Don't forget, you got to hit the books as well. As we go towards the closing stages here before the roll of dice, as the shot comes in. Is there time for this corner? I don't think there is. There might be.
They have to get it away before the countdown ends. Andreas Vaz waits. Now it's Wembley. Have a shot, someone. It's Kelvin Oliveira, and the buzzer goes. Well, Brazil and Mexico goalless Thomas Lawrence after 18 minutes, and we will have the Red Bull energized roll of the dice.
Yeah, and it comes from Zayn, the Peru president. We saw him take a dreadful penalty earlier in the competition. What's the outcome? Is it 3? 1, 2, 3? It is. It's 3.
Ooh, this
so
is
3
tasty.
3. That includes the keeper, of course. So it's sort of 2 outfield players and 1 goalkeeper. Again, Las Chicas looking a little bit worried because they know Kelvin Oliveira, with all his pace, power and trickery, could rise to the fore, although it doesn't look like he's going to start here. But I think this is a tactical thing. Get your speedy player to win the ball back and then roll on, roll off substitutes. Am I right or am I right?
Look at who is starting. Lipao and Leletti, the 2 speedsters for Brazil, and Obed Martinez and Cisneros, unless I'm very much mistaken. This is huge, though. This is where the game can be decided, and I will put some money now on the fact that one of these 2 teams is scoring. Lights out, off we go. No one's reaching that ball before Leletti.
Wow.
There we go.
Check out that for pace. Usain Bolt, eat your heart
Tell you what,
out.
if Brazil make the final, the foot race between Pereira and Leletti will be quite something.
Well, that will be just another reason to get your ticket, guys. 12th of January, so day after tomorrow, Brazil come forward again.
Andreas Vaz, blocked by Obed Martinez.
Brilliant stuff, great football all round. They may take it quickly. No keeper on the pitch now for Brazil. Again, very much like Colombia in the last match. Fortune favours the bold. Say it again. I was impressed the first time. I liked the first time. Why not say it again?
Brazil still looking for their opening goal of the game. Lipao. Andreas Vaz. Lipao. Kelvin waits. Here is Kelvin, and Monterde with a sublime stop.
Both ends of the pitch. He has been fabulous for Mexico. Big player for them, a key man as we see him diving to his right. Full stretch indeed. Monterde, mighty Monterde.
Kelvin has a second chance now, and this time he doesn't miss, and he continues his exceptional goal-scoring streak in Kings League. Kelvin with Brazil's 29th goal of the tournament.
He scores, he always scores. That shimmy inside, getting the better of Obed Martinez. He would love that. And at the second time of asking, he buries it side.
What a finish, right into the roof of the net. And Junco almost with an immediate response. Brazil are going to throw on another outfield player. Lipao, Andreas Vaz is there. Andreas Vaz, is he coming off? No, it doesn't look like it. Andreas Vaz in possession. Andreas Vaz to Kelvin Oliveira, the combination that's worked. But that is going to be half-time.
Well, Sai, looks like I owe you money because a team did score. Never in doubt. At half-time then, thanks to that man there, Kelvin Oliveira, Brazil have a narrow lead. Listen to what the coaches are saying.
Dale, la puta madre, dale. ¿Qué es acá, muchachos? ¡Ey! Vamos a concentrarnos en lo nuestro. Hay que agarrar la pelota. Está bien que replegamos cuando no la tenemos, pero una vez que ya tenemos posesión de ella, hay que quedárnosla. Cuando vaya con el 9, donde está Baruch o Diego, es importante que la retengan para que ahí pueda girar nuestros extremos. Si no tenemos esa buena pelota de inicio,
Aqui, ó. Ó, de preferência, vamos fazer um dash aqui
e um canhoto aqui, porque eu chuto só sem desse lado, tá? Beleza? Kelvin, preferência Kelvin.
Mas não deixa eu ficar não vou ficar aberto aqui. Eu vou ficar no meio.
Isso, exatamente.
Galera, a aplicação de marcação tá ótima, tá? Vamos voltar com o mesmo time que começou os 6 primeiros. Bora!
Olha aqui,
vamos, gente,
sem tomar gol, a gente ganha na final, caralho. Vamos marcar!
Vambora, velho. Vambora.
The countdown is back on, and the countdown for Mexico is certainly on. They're up against it now in the second half, Mexico. They're going to have to open up and abandon their rugged defense to try and be a bit more creative.
Did it go
Kelvin.
backwards?
Yeah.
So here, side, we also see the importance of the secret cards, the strategy side of the game, plus those presidential penalties as well. And listen to that noise as well. Is that the Brazil fans or was it Mexico?
Well, we were just saying, weren't we, that one of the big things now for Brazil in scoring that first goal is that Mexico have to open up.
Yeah.
Which means there might be more opportunities for Brazil on the counter-attack.
Yeah, they've got to alter their approach. They've got to change something. As Brazil look to get a second, start the second period in some style. Was that handball? I'm not sure we're playing on. But yeah, should Mexico open themselves up, again, Brazil can pick them off on the break and exploit those holes and those gaps. And inevitably you leave as you push them forward.
Kelvin dispossessed. How many times have we seen that? But he wins the free kick.
Yeah, I'd love to ask him how he continues to score in every single match. It's such an impressive record. And he's now, of course, by far and away the team's top scorer and, of course, the Kings World Cup Nations top scorer.
Lipao. That was dangerous.
It was dangerous. Just, again, not quite executed to perfection. But, again, the idea was there. Brazil will be pleased with this start. They've got Mexico pinned back, as they very much did towards the very end of that first half.
Mexico, ball didn't stay in play. Eric Vera is at the back with Cesar Bernal for the Mexican side, as Brazil now look for a second goal to put a little bit more of a cushion between themselves and Mexico.
Yeah, looking to open up a bit of daylight.
Davi on the ball. One back by Cisneros, not for long. That's one of the things as well that Kelvin doesn't get enough credit for. It's his work rate for the team.
Oh, lovely feet, just dancing his way through there. That really was some samba style indeed, just slicing his way through the Mexico defense, and he's won a throw-in on that far side.
Davi's header blocked by Vera. Great play by Eric Vera. It's kept in play. Eric Vera unable to get the ball out of his feet. Already a little bit more impact, though, from the Brazilians in this second half. They might have been told by their head coach to bring the physicality.
A really positive start here as they look for a second. Mexico just have no answer in his early exchange of the second period.
Lipao. Wembley. Kelvin Oliveira. Rufino. Monterde again.
Marvelous. Monterde. Keeping Mexico in it.
Mexico going a little bit into survival mode. They know how important it is for them not to concede before they find the equalising goal. Lipao. It's a big tackle.
Yeah, but it's just one way. Brazil traffic sight, wave after wave of yellow attack. And Kelvin's on that far side, and here he is.
La Seleção pushing here. That was given away, though, by Kelvin. Mexico not really able to find a way through the handball decision. The switch is on if someone can find Chuy Perez, who's just pulled away from Wembley. Monterde's seen him. I'm not sure Cesar Bernal has, and Bernal plays the safer pass. Eric Vera.
The opportunity's gone your right side. Brazil have got their men back. In the meantime, a big shout out to Air Asia Move, your favourite travel companion across Southeast Asia. Explore flights, hotels and activities all in one app. New shout out to everyone also following from Asia. We had obviously Japan and South Korea earlier in the competition, but they are now out. And in fact, Brazil getting the better of South Korea in one of their matches en route to the Final Four.
Brazil, who may be open on the counter-attack here. Obed Martinez looking for the switch. Dealt with by Jefinho. Monterde, in terms of stopping the Brazilian shootout, is going to be key in this game, which you feel isn't going to feature too many goals. A reminder that the Brazilian president's not feeling too well, which is why they won't be taking the president penalty, and a president penalty called by Mexico.
Yeah, they've got Gabi Montiel, a very colourful character. Loves to also perhaps wind up a little bit the opposition keeper, sometimes even streaming and filming his penalty. So he loves to have a bit of fun as well.
You just feel that in chaos, Mexico may thrive.
When you talk of chaos, Gabi Montiel is the main man. He thrives, and here he is sporting a baseball cap today.
He had one yesterday for his penalty against Argentina, which was brilliantly dispatched. His country, his team need him now. They need him to deliver in probably the biggest game.
Well, how many times have we said this? Huge, huge moment. Let's see what his approach is going to be. That's nice to see. Bit of sportsmanship ahead here. Often we see him turn around and quickly dart back to goal now. Over to you, Sai, for this huge moment. Could be a big turning point. Here we go.
Josildo Barata has the responsibility to try and deny Gabi Montiel. Montiel. Here's the run-up. Gabi Montiel equalizes for Mexico. El Presidente answers the call. Mexico are level, but Brazil still have their own president penalty to come.
Montiel, thumbs up indeed. Stepping up, slotting it home, as cool as you like, dancing with joy as other Mexico supporters and the Mexico players right now. They're level 1-1 with Brazil, but secret cards have been called, Si.
Secret cards from both teams being called. So as soon as the ball goes out of play, we will see what the decision is. Eric Vera has played it, but it took a little bit of a touch and therefore rolls harmlessly into Josildo Barata's hands. Jefinho now for Brazil, Wembley. Can he come up with a Wembley-esque moment for the Brazilians? Andreas Vaz, Wembley. I would love it if he just had a go from there.
Well, we've seen them score from that kind of range, Si.
Andreas Vaz. Cesar Bernal in the way. Good play.
In keeping with sort of Brazil's style. And now, Si, another big moment. I know you'd love to see a suspension. I'd love to see a joker and a penalty. That's what I'd love to see, but we'll see what
double goal for Mexico.
Goals worth double. That's from the Mexico bench for the next 4 minutes. Okay. Any goal scored will be worth double. That's for Mexico. Now let's see for the Brazil. And the Verde Oro. Joker!
Joker for Brazil.
Let's see what they choose.
Now, Brazil, in theory, could steal Mexico's secret card, which would be a huge play from the Brazilians. Unless they opt for a penalty or something else.
They've opted for a penalty, Si. And I think that's really clever. I think that's a smart move. Really smart move. Just give them the advantage right away again, especially knowing that Mexico have got that potential to.
Do you think they could go back to back here? Penalty and then president penalty to go 2 ahead.
That's a really good strategy.
That could
if I
be
was
a
president or a coach, I would think of something like that. But it all depends whether he scores here, Si. Otherwise, I don't want to say it's wasted, but you're better off keeping it for later.
Is this guy really missing, though? Honestly, is Kelvin Oliveira
missing? But it's against Monterde, though. It's against Monterde.
Kelvin Oliveira. A stutter, and he puts it past Monterde.
Never in doubt, Si. Why did I even think about doubting King Kelvin Oliveira? So cool. I love that little step, almost sort of Neymar-esque, in keeping, of course, with his proud Brazilian football nature. As the header comes in as well. Sorry, stealing your thunder there, Si. Just enjoying my time on the microphone and getting swept away with the emotions of it all.
Choco with the header. You never steal my thunder, Thomas Lawrence. Whenever you feel like talking, my man, you talk. Baruch Ochoa. It drops! Oh! Double chance for Mexico.
And it would have been worth double, Si, as we've been saying. It would have taken Mexico ahead. Let's see how Brazil reacts, whether they use that presidential penalty now or just keep it as an option there, play the conservative approach. It's fascinating. That's why I love this game as well, the strategic side of it all.
We've been singing the praise, and rightly so, of Antonio Monterde, but Josildo Barata is having a wonderful game as well. The Brazilian goalkeeper, that's already a number of key saves that he's made, Barata.
Yeah, different kind of approach to Monterde. Often likes to join in with the attack, come out of his area, but what a stop. And that's what you're there to do first of all, of course, as a keeper, make saves. And what a save it was.
Now, the double goal, in theory, is a great card, but this is something we were talking with Patrick yesterday, is if you're not scoring goals, it's a horrible card. Mexico have got to try and get forward. Choco with a shot, and it's going to be a Brazil corner.
Yes, it's great, just keeping it at the other end of the pitch, the clock ticking down. They continue just to weather this storm. If Brazil can get through this without conceding these couple of minutes, that'd be fantastic for them. They'd be delighted. And then they could use that presidential penalty then, which would just sort of take the game even further away from Mexico. So yeah, that goal's worth double. It just depends, as you said. If you're free scoring, if you're someone like Brazil, it's great. In this situation, Mexico have struggled really, especially since those early exchanges. It's no good really. They'd rather had a penalty.
This is Brazil, who have the ball. Mexico with less of their 2 minutes out of the 4 initially given on the double goals. Mexico have got to get it back. They are going to get it back because Choco has almost sent a cameraman to hospital with that strike of the ball.
Yeah, fortunately, he didn't get him, yeah. Unfortunately, didn't get his equipment as well, which looks very expensive indeed. But as we said, we have our production staff behind the scenes happy to foot the bill. Alex and Astrid and Andrea as well, all very happy to dig into their pockets and help out for any costs, such as the drone yesterday. They said they're very happy with their dinero to pay it away.
I've actually closed my computer in fear of a potential ball coming our way.
A sensible side. Sensible side, as well as super side.
All the alliterations from you, my dear Thomas Lawrence.
Yeah, I want to go out with a bang. Tomorrow, or rather, the day after tomorrow, the final, it's going to be the dream team. Patrick Kendrick, Simon Harding on comms for the final, the inaugural final. We know Colombia are there. Brazil are going to be there as things stand.
Look at this from Brazil, the high press. And that's going to be a free kick.
No card. Did you think it would warrant a card there, Si?
Oh, no.
Your view of things?
No.
Hey. My opinion, yes.
I'd like to see it again. Here we go. Both players go for the ball. There's contact, but football's a contact sport, and I think far too often nowadays we forget that and say that every time there's contact, and it's a free kick. Personally, I'm not in agreement with that, but then again, I don't make the rules, so my opinion doesn't count for anything.
Well, should he score here?
Although I'll happily give him.
Quite right, that's what we're here for. So, side, the card is no longer valid for the goals worth doubles.
Obed Martinez.
Well, if anyone could score from there, it was going to be him, but it's...
Just for a moment, I thought that might be on target.
Yeah, I would have just gone absolutely bonkers there had it gone in.
Kelvin Oliveira, the flick straight to Obed Martinez, who's the real team player, Obed Martinez, and that's going to be another free kick. I think that is a foul.
Yeah, another chance from a dead ball situation now.
No.
Are they going to take it quickly or have another go from distance? Obed Martinez looks disinterested. He usually just goes out wide. Tries to find a little pocket of space. And perhaps ask some questions here of the Brazil side, but maybe Diego Martinez might strike. Well, he looks like it. What a lengthy run-up this is.
I think you have to strike, you have to take your chances. Mexico aren't getting shots from open play, so you might as well go from the set pieces. Eric Vera leaves it. It is well struck, but it's too central. And now the counter-attack is on. Kelvin, away from one. Kelvin, it's off the post.
It's the same post that Obed Martinez hit in the first half side.
Lovely observation. And very well spotted.
Great play, though, from Brazil. So unlucky, Kelvin Oliveira. Brilliant football all round.
That's given away to Lipao, Andreas Vaz. Wembley.
We go towards that 38-minute mark, just 4 minutes to go.
Lipao again. Liletti comes for it on the close side and near side to us. Mexican streamers not looking particularly confident.
No. Nosotras señoritas in verde, in green, not looking so mean right now.
That's a great ball from Barata. Liletti. Oh, it needed a touch by Monterde.
Very nearly an own goal.
Yep.
They knew it.
Disheartening.
They knew it, and they knew it as well. Gaules and company. Just been played short.
Jefinho to Wembley. Wellington. Came off Wellington last, I think.
Yeah.
Could be a goal kick, it is.
Indeed, you're right. Wellington was one of those many scorers yesterday against Turkey. Brazil putting Turkey to the sword. Turkey who sent Spain home. One of the big sides tipped to be the favourites and go all the way. Zlatan Ibrahimovic said it was going to be Italy-Spain final. How wrong he was.
Wellington. Liletti and that left foot of his! Well, both Lipao and Liletti have come so close. Chris Guedes can't take it, the Brazilian president.
Classy curling strike site, just the wrong side of the post. We often say, oh, inches wide, how close was that? That really was so close indeed. Mexico still in it, they're still alive, site. They're alive and kicking.
And we keep an eye on the time because in the first semi-final we saw something we haven't seen so far in the tournament, which is Colombia did not take their president penalty in time and therefore lost it. Brazil have got little time remaining, a minute 30. Liletti's won the ball. Liletti trips over his own feet.
Yeah, big let-off there for Mexico.
Monterde trying to move Mexico in the right direction, but this is where Mexico have struggled, is individual quality to try and force the issue. Eric Vera apologises.
You know, I think we are going to have that presidential... Well, there we have it. You were just calling it, Si. And as you're saying, it's going to be a shootout because the Brazilian presidents aren't feeling 100%. So they're going to designate it a shootout to one of their players.
Guess who?
Well, even this one I can guess. I know I've got a reputation for getting things wrong when it comes to the Kings League, when it comes to the rules, regulations, and who's going to win or not. But this is going to be Kelvin Oliveira.
You've been spot on with the rules. What are you on about?
Well, from time to time, I've had a few little slip-ups, but as you know, even the best get things wrong, don't they? But I don't think the best here is going to get it wrong, Mr. Kelvin Oliveira.
Monterde unable to stop Kelvin Oliveira from the penalty spot. Can he stop his shootout? Off he goes. Kelvin Oliveira, and he's brought down. It's going to be a penalty, and it's going to be a yellow card for Antonio Monterde. This is huge. This is beyond huge.
This is beyond belief. Beyond belief, because he's off now for 2 minutes. They can't replace him. We know that. So who's going to go in between the sticks? Can they conjure up someone? Can someone rise to the fore? Can they make that substitution in time with an outfield player? I think they might be able to. Yeah, they can. So that's good news. So one of the outfield players goes off, a keeper comes on, but they don't have Monterde, the #1 option, in between the sticks.
And what a big moment this is for Hugo Murga. Hugo Murga has had very little game time because of Monterde's form.
Yeah, because he's been just so good, Si. Now, if you're Kelvin Oliveira, what do you do here, Si? Do you go for the same kind of approach, that little stutter, or do you just belt it in? What do you do?
The stutter penalty, if converted properly, is one of the most useful ways to hit a penalty I've ever seen, because it's so difficult for the goalkeeper. The key is always to keep moving. If you stop, then it's a foul. Kelvin Oliveira to put Brazil 2 ahead. Oh, he nearly kept it out, you know. But it is a hat-trick for Kelvin Oliveira, who heads over to the Mexican presidents and has a few words with Gabi Montiel.
Keeper really unlucky there, Si. Really, really unlucky, but Kelvin Oliveira just enough on it to get it in. And now, as we go into his final 2 minutes, Mexico, should it end this way in the 38-minute mark, even should they score, they'd only go level. They'd have to score twice to win it, but Brazil in the driving seat as those supporters enjoying it, watching on.
If you're Brazil here, you just try and test Hugo Murga as much as possible, don't you? Because there's a minute remaining before we hit minute 38, which is when Mexico are going to throw everything they have at Brazil. And if you're Mexico here, you have to keep this at a deficit of just 2 and hope that the double goals comes to your rescue in the final 2 minutes. For Brazil, therefore, it is crucial to score.
Yeah, but Mexico just haven't given you that impression that they can really score. Si, as you were saying, okay, there's early minutes when there's a lot of space available. They can exploit the pace of Obed Martinez, but since then, it's been all Brazil. Kevin over now 14 goals in the competition, Si. 14. 3 today.
Murga being told to calm things down. Eric Vera. It's going to be a Brazil ball. Rufino.
On your right side, Brazil will just keep it away. Now just run down the clock. Or they have one last shot from distance. Why not?
They should. Rufino. Ooh, Cesar Bernal took that one in the head. Well, we head into the final 2-minute mark. Cesar Bernal, I'm sure, will be okay to continue. The body language is a positive one from the Mexican #2 as the medical staff race onto the pitch. But it's now Mexico who will have to do another 55 seconds a man down, and then you would imagine they will throw everything they have at Brazil in the hope that Brazil don't score on the break.
Lo que necesito que entiendan, estamos a un gol, no nos desesperemos. Ahorita necesitamos un gol, entonces paciencia. Seguimos trabajando el 3 y 2 como estamos. Una vez que ya pueda ingresar el de la tarjeta amarilla, ahí vamos a hacer César Obed, Davis en medio de fijo, Lobo Chuy por las bandas y con Baruch. ¿Estamos? Ahorita nos mantenemos así, cuando hay cambio entra Davis y entra directo Baruch. Hay que ir a buscar portería. Si tenemos que fijar para hacer manos a manos, manos a manos.
Mexican coach just calling his players just to remain patient, keep cool heads. Will they get that opportunity, though, to score as the countdown continues? Brazil, it's theirs very much to lose now. You can't see them fumbling a 2-goal cushion, but anything can happen. Expect the unexpected in the Kings League, guys.
Lights out. And can Mexico reach the ball first? No, Leletti is simply too fast. Brazil can end things if they get a goal. We've been talking, of course, about Mexico getting that equalizing goal if they were to score. However, if Brazil score, then you feel that it's all but over for the Mexican side. Oben Martinez needs to find that extra gear now in the final 2 minutes. 30 seconds left on Monterde's yellow card.
And Oben Martinez, one of the candidates for man of the match, but should it end this way, surely it would be Kelvin Oliveira, his hat-trick, putting Mexico to the swords as we approach the end of the first minute of these final 2. And the final 10 seconds, they have Monterde available again.
Jefinho, Wellington, Lipao. Hugo Murga can't keep it in play. But Monterde's yellow card is over, which means Mexico can have 6 outfield players again. Murga stays in goal. Does he go down? Was that a penalty? It may be checked. It will be checked.
Well, where was the contact first? Well, clearly it's a foul, we know that for sure, but where was the contact, side? That's the big question.
You feel that's a foul? It's outside the box. It's outside the box. There, you can see his foot is outside. It is a foul, though. Well spotted, Tommy.
Yeah, every now and again, despite my very poor vision, my contacts, which let me down now and again. I managed to spot something, but it was right in front of us, to be fair. Could have missed it. We are here on site. One of the many questions we get. We try and listen in here.
Si quieres te lo explico. Sí, a ver, explícame, pero yo es muy fácil. Iba a añadir 2, voy a añadir 3. Punto. ¿Ok? Salva, silencio. Ok. Saca.
Check complete.
Kelvin going for the spectacular there with Hugo Mura, but Brazil again trying to press Mexico, trying to stop Mexico from building from the back. Lipao still dispossessed. This is maybe the chance for Mexico. Baruch Ochoa to Oben Martinez.
Great ball.
Now the strike, but it's held onto by Barata.
Oh, was that their moment, Sai? Was that their moment? As we're heading to the end of the first minute of 3 minutes of added time, so there is time available for Mexico.
And maybe that can just give Mexico a little bit of hope that they got that chance and that they can score. Leletti has put it off target, and on we go again. Mexico with 2 minutes remaining to get this double goal, which would send us through to an incredibly dramatic shootout. The long ball, I don't think, is going to be the winning solution for Mexico. Brazil and Jefinho to Wembley. Now Andreas Vaz.
Fabulous play from Vaz. Really good. Hitting it on target, so knowing it either works the keeper or takes the touch, and he earns his team a corner.
Kelvin Oliveira finds Andreas Vaz. Mexico survive. There's a foul as well from Leletti. Big save by Hugo Murga, who's been very good since coming on, particularly in a difficult condition.
Clock, though, is not the friend of Mexico right now, not the amigo of Mexico.
Baruch Ochoa. That was a foul.
Yeah, no complaints, no complaints at all.
What's the time situation? 45 seconds.
Wait, Kelvin.
Wembley stepping across. Baruch Ochoa, Oben Martinez. What does he do? Does he try the cross? Does he go for goal? Does he put it in a dangerous area?
a tricky one. Fine margins now. Fine margins.
Obed Martinez, it's chipped in. It's back to Obed Martinez. The strike takes a deflection. Mexico still giving it their all.
Is there time, side? Can they get it away?
They have 7 seconds. The goalkeeper's up. Why not? It's dropped. And it's all over. Brazil will take on Colombia in the final of the Kings World Cup Nations. Brazil have done it. The pre-tournament favourites have delivered on their promise. And now they will play it in an epic final against Colombia. Mexico were brave, but Mexico came up short, Thomas Lawrence.
It is Brazil's day. Brazil, they always play to win. They play to go all the way. They're going for gold. They're going for the trophy. Mexico just one step too far. Brazil and that man there, Kelvin Oliveira. He's been the man of the tournament so far. One more hurdle though for him. One more hurdle for the Seleção. They're going for the history books. They're going to cement their names in Kings World Cup Nations history. Tears of joy for them. It is Brazil against Colombia. Tears of disappointment though for Mexico. Obed Martinez, Monterde, some of their stars. They'll be back though. They'll be back bigger and better, but for now this is Brazil's moment. It's at their feet. It's at their grasp. Can they go all the way? What a final. Brazil against Colombia.
Brazil tested by Mexico like they haven't been tested before in the competition. Colombia, I'm sure, will have studied what Mexico have done and perhaps believe that they can be more of a threat on the attack than Mexico were. The difference today in this game was that Mexico a little bit toothless going forwards, Thomas.
Yeah, you're spot on, Si, spot on. In those early exchanges where there was lots of space available, they gave you that impression they could threaten, and they did threaten. They did, but as we went towards 7v7, as you can see here, number of shots, the way of Brazil. Number of shots on target, the way of Brazil. So it's no surprise that the Seleção rose to the fore. Really clever with their strategy play as well.
Brazil delivering once again. The superior class in particular of Kelvin Oliveira was absolutely astounding. Well, we can see the Mexican players there, the Brazilians obviously celebrating, but a word on Mexico, Thomas, because, you know, they were very good value. I think little key moments perhaps didn't go for them in this game when Obed Martinez hit the post. A couple of nearly moments in the match, but Mexico played their tournament, they reached the semi-finals, and I think they can go home with their heads held high.
Oh, absolutely. They can. They bow out really in style indeed, and you mentioned Obed Martinez and those early exchanges as well, just those fine margins which can make the difference, and which is one of the reasons why they lost today. And also Monterde, full marks to him, barring that yellow card. So Mexico going out losing to Brazil, and early we saw Colombia get the better of Morocco. That was a thrilling game as well. Both have been absolute thrillers. There are your second finalists. Brazil, who'll be taking on Colombia on Sunday, the day after tomorrow, 12th of January. Reminder, you can still get your tickets, and that's been the road to Turin. Colombia and Brazil, unsurprisingly, two teams who won their first two matches as well. So maybe that extra day of rest as well, maybe give them a little bit of an extra edge. Either way, Colombia, Brazil at the Allianz Stadium, and huge audiences as well, Simon, tuning in for these big moments.
Yeah, the support here at the Kings World Cup Nations has been absolutely brilliant. So first and foremost, a big thank you to you all for tuning in. We actually reached over 3 million viewers today. I'll say that again, 3 million, actually 3.1 million, which is the all-time record for a Kings League match across any competition, across any game. Yeah. And I know that it's because it was you, my dear Thomas Lawrence, who was here, and you dragged us way past the 2.5 you said.
And also thanks to yourself, Super Cyber. Can I look ahead and say, can we raise the bar again on Sunday when it's Patrick Kendrick, Super Simon Hine, as we look back here at some of the highlights from earlier today. Morocco against Colombia, you said it, and the full marks again to you, so right from day one for you. Colombia going through, they were clinical, they had the cutting edge, defensively they were watertight as well. Morocco, maybe the pressure of the occasion, Nadir not quite delivering after a fabulous performance in the quarterfinals and the other matches. Fouad also a little bit quiet by his high standards, and missing a shootout as well.
Camilo Mena was also absolutely superb in the game, the goalkeeper who was MVP in 2 of Colombia's 3 games. I probably think that he maybe has been the MVP in that one as well, although you have to say that El Capitan was absolutely brilliant in the match. There was no shortage of drama in the game as well, as Boussouffa's shootout was cancelled, and then Colombia didn't call the president penalty. In the end, Colombia winning that one 2-1. Very tight scores in both semi-finals, yeah, my dear Tommy.
Yeah, as you'd expect as you get to this stage of the competition, it's from the quarterfinals where you've got the big hitters left, the so-called, not necessarily weaker sides, but the teams that haven't really been able to step up to the mark, already going out to this stage. You know it's all potential winners. Are we seeing here the potential winners side? Brazil, as they enjoy this moment as well, and also but refocus right away, and I like that from Brazil, enjoying the moment, celebrating, but now you can see that focus is on the big prize, that coveted trophy, the inaugural Kings World Cup Nations Final.
It's something that we've seen actually from Brazil throughout. They're not content with what they have. They want to go, as you say, Thomas, for the ultimate prize. The Kings League Hotel has been a little bit of a party hotel, and yet yesterday after their quarterfinal win, the Brazilian presidents with the coaches were seen analyzing the Argentina-Mexico game, studying their opponents, and in the end, though Mexico made it difficult for them, Brazil had the answers and used the game and the rules of the game perfectly to win the match.
Yeah, you need technique, you need the physicality, you need the fitness, of course, you need to slice it up, but you also need strategy, you need to be intelligent. The time you play the card, you need to perhaps almost preempt perhaps what your opponent could have, because obviously, you know, if you've got one card, he or she can't have that other card, for example. Say she as well, because we've also got the Queen's League as well. Let's not forget, big shout out to our ladies as well in the Kings League / Queen's League world. And we talk about the technique, the physicality. This man embodies that. Kelvin Oliveira, really close to a bright start, as was Obed Martinez. And look at the roar of joy. The post coming to the rescue for Brazil, but I think it then just sprung them into life, Si, and they started to really take control, as you said, and keeping Mexico well away from the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, Mexico, who had, I think, their better chances when there were fewer players on the pitch. Brazil far too good in the 7v7, but Monterde with a couple of brilliant saves. Gabi Montiel, who has improved with his penalties. Every penalty he's taken has looked better than the previous one, and he was able to give Mexico a little bit of hope, but then the penalty via the secret card for Brazil, allowing Kelvin Oliveira to put Brazil 2 ahead. And then they still had the shootout, didn't they, after Kelvin had hit the post, and the shootout resulting in another penalty. And really, Kelvin Oliveira is never missing, even though Hugo Murat, who came on as a substitute keeper, was very good when he did come on and close to keeping that one out.
Yeah, no, he was very unlucky, but just had enough on it from Kelvin Oliveira, just lapping up quite rightly the plaudits, savouring every single moment there. There's still some tears of joy, pure emotion, unbridled joy. But as I said, they're looking right ahead to Sunday, 12th of January, when we have the Kings World Cup Nations Final. Si, but not only.
Not only, because we will have...
Some legendary names there. Buffon, Pirlo, Agüero, Casillas will be obviously playing with and against our streamers. Also legends in their own right, especially in the Kings League world, but not just stars from the footballing world and the Kings League world, also from the music sphere.
Facciamo la tabacca mitraglia. Fuori fa 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 solo ta vedo bimbi col balaclava senza mamma 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 ti odio oh.
Mahmoud then, big fan of Mahmoud. He will be performing. We're a big fan of another person who's going to be involved on Sunday. He's on his way as we speak, Si, and can we reveal the big surprise? I'm sure we can.
We are. We've got an absolute treat for all of our fans who are here. Kelvin Oliveira is going to be live on the show with us in just a few moments as he puts his headset on here. Kelvin joined as well by his teammates who are all here. Guys, get in. Andreas Paz is with us as well as Lipao. Hiya, guys.
Congratulations, guys. Well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Kelvin, how do you feel after this unbelievable game?
Yeah, the game was incredible. We are ready for anybody, any team. So we just want to play football, soccer, and we are so glad. The first objective, our objective is done. We are in the stadium, going to the final, and we are so happy. They're gonna say something and I'm gonna translate something?
Absolutely, absolutely. Go for it, guys.
Como vocês estão se sentindo, alguma coisa? Quiser tentar falar alguma coisa também? Fala em português.
We've got Mr. Vass here, the number 10.
Vaz here. Andreas, if I may, sorry. Ooh, there we go.
A gente sabia que ia ser um jogo muito difícil. A equipe mexicana tem muita tradição no futebol 7, a gente já enfrenta eles há muito tempo, então a gente sabia que tinha que ter concentração do início ao fim, e graças a Deus o Kelvin foi iluminado, pôde fazer os 3 gols, a gente fez um grande jogo coletivo e saímos vitoriosos com a classificação para a final.
I think, Kelvin, if you can translate that with the headset, that would be great.
Andrea said the Mexican team, they have great players in Foot 7. We have a lot of games against them, and we know the game was hard for us, and just keep focused because we know if we play soccer, focus in the game, nobody can win with us.
And I have a question for Lipao, maybe if you can translate. What are your thoughts about Colombia? Because our point of view is Colombia will be more threatening in attack, but will also be as good defensively as Mexico.
Ele perguntou que você vê a Colômbia, dá para ver que eles têm um poder de ataque melhor e também conseguem defender bem.
O time da Colômbia, né, a gente vem já acompanhando desde o início, é um time muito bom. Eles têm um ataque muito poderoso, assim como o nosso. Eu acredito que no jogo contra eles vai ser decidido no detalhe, né, quem errar menos. vai sair vitorioso. E muito feliz, cara, muito feliz de estar participando dessa final, de estar indo para o estádio. Nosso primeiro objetivo foi concluído e agora vamos em busca do título.
The translation now.
Yeah, he said we are ready for the game. We know Colombia have a better attack than Mexico, and they can defend really good too. But we are ready, and we are so happy because we are in the stadium. That's the best thing now.
Guys, we know a lot of people want to speak to you, so we'll let you go. Thank you very much.
Thank
we'll
you
see you
so
Sunday.
much.
3 million people, more than 3 million people.
My God.
We're watching you today on the stream.
Unbelievable,
so
unbelievable. We are very
go.
happy, and we just want to play soccer and make the people's, feeling good. That's crazy for us. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you very
it.
much, guys.
Well done. Best of luck. Grazie, ragazzi. Ciao.
Cheers, gents.
Thank you, chaps.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Good luck. Good luck. Fantastic. Wow.
Well, there
We've
you
had
go.
the big man here alongside us, Mr. Kelvin Oliveira. What a treat.
And there's
what a
Vaz
treat.
Lipao, and the top scorer at the Kings World Cup Nations, and the captain of the Seleção, Kelvin Oliveira. Once again, the program, the schedule for the final on January 12th. We will open doors at 3 p.m. local time. The broadcast for everyone who cannot make it to the Allianz Stadium, but we implore you come because it's going to be a fantastic show. That starts at 5:30 local time before the opening show by Mahmoud at 6 p.m. and then the final between Colombia and Brazil will be at 6:15. The Legends v Streamers game is at the halftime, and the halftime show, Buffon, Casillas, Pirlo, the list goes on and on and on. And we will close with the trophy ceremony at 7:30. I think it's only fitting, Thomas Lawrence, that as it's your last day, it's you who has the final word. And may I say, it's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege, sir, to be with you.
Sai, likewise, it's been fantastic. I thank everybody who's been tuning in. You said there's over 3 million, which is incredible, mind-boggling numbers. But I want you and Patrick to have a great performance, as always, as I'm sure you will do on Sunday. But I want you guys to beat that record. Thanks, everybody, and see you all on Sunday. Adios.